Hi. Pew. Pew.
Hello, everyone.
Did everyone's heads just explode?
Yes.
Yep.
I know mine did.
Too much Thanksgiving turkey.
Wait,
And illness.
That too. Yep.
it was ages ago.
A week ago.
There's
It's only
leftover-
exploding
It
now?
was a lot of turkey.
There's leftover
Fair.
turkey in my freezer or fridge. Yep.
Nice. Nothing like finding some old turkey.
Explode the head.
It's about the head.
Fukujutsu rocking one of his new emotes.
Yes.
Someone throw that emote that you know I want to see in there.
Oh, shit. Oh, they're
You know I
happening.
want to see moat.
Danza? Arta?
More or less Kung Fu Fenris.
I mean, when are we ever healthy?
It's true.
There is still a chance that
good
a
point.
coughing fit might erupt, in which case, apologies.
We
Wait,
will,
Juby Meg, for the tears? That's... Yikes. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. We will.
Aw,
We'll
thanks,
take it here.
Juby Meg.
Yay.
See if I can.
I'm going to see if I can actually make my
Remember
players
that?
cry. Hang on.
There it
Meg
is.
is,
That's my new favorite
yeah.
emote.
Amazing.
I just like how... There they... Oh, my God. They're all coming in, John. I just like how, like... What? It is.
Yep.
It's fabulous.
I think there's anticipation of the events of today that may cause tears.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Because someone's just going to come out and start dicing onions.
Can you imagine if we hired a... Whoa!
Freedom!
Yay!
Who
For
dis?
the resum!
I like to think that
Truth,
K-Dog
Kung
doesn't
Fu.
know what's going on. And that's cool, too. Welcome. John, is this a special episode? Oh, excuse me. Let me just...
Dang.
The whole stream or just the music?
Because we can also all whisper. We won't, though, but we
can
could.
do it.
Everything. It may just be you, everyone.
Sorry, guys.
Fukujutsu throwing down that host.
Yay!
Thank you
Fukujutsu
for
is
the
Sealy today.
host.
Just
It's a
today,
silly
though.
kind of day.
Yeah, you can go backwards and forwards, right? Oh, shit!
Thank you,
Everyone is so
Ernest.
great!
Thank you for the resubs, folks.
I don't know, Aragorn.
Everything's loud when I'm using my mixer.
Trey Dog 2018.
Now I'm just thinking that, you know, Trey
Everything's
Dog's
been
just
bad
like
forever.
live mixing in front of like a massive
Dio,
DJ crowd.
thank you for the sub bomb. Welcome,
Blah.
Valazard, Mistress,
Oh my God.
Gnome,
Well, that's
Cousin
gonna.
Grifton, and
Gnomes.
Worm Lord. Welcome to the subscription group.
Yeah,
Welcome to the party.
The bot's gonna
They're all gonna.
throw that
gonna
down
take
a
a little
bunch
while.
of
Should we,
times.
should we just go or like just let this one play out? Yay!
Wow, that's incredible.
I mean, yikes.
you
Yeah,
for the
Sub bombs
sub
are
bomb.
a thing now.
they are a thing, which is pretty
And
fabulous.
thanks to a sub bomb, I literally have a sub bomb emote.
Also, John, can I just say an excellent choice of like subscription music?
Yeah.
Thank
Like,
you
sound cue. No,
for
honestly,
the
like,
100 bits,
Yay, Aragorn too. She's
Except
one
of course
that
it
gold spot,
like
Or
if it's a really tense moment.
you know. Yeah. Whoa. Well, I just always remember the beginning of his
Because
Switch or
no.
whatever.
yeah, what else?
There's a CBC radio show here in this country, a comedy news quiz show called Because News.
Free dog, thank you for the bits.
What's that making me think of? They're always like, why are we here? Because news! Exclamation point. Yay! Oh, Trey Dog going for that gold medal. We love it, guys.
Seems good.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah,
The offer
didn't even notice that.
you a branch or
Yeah,
Oh, a branch.
A
Yeah.
tree.
which is wood.
yeah.
It is what it is.
As
Truth.
Stray Dog's bits go. Seems good.
Okay.
Seems good.
Hey. It's an important stream today, which I think is great.
Ep 50.
Ep
Yep.
50.
That's 50.
That makes it a special episode. That makes it.
Pizza.
Pizza party.
Can you tell them apart?
The only thing that I regret
Yeah.
is that I didn't pull one of the all dressed pieces because then I'd held it up and parts of the pizza would be
Would
invisible.
disappear.
Oh my
yeah.
god, that would have been really cool.
Yeah.
Magical. magical
Caravana with the
pizza.
apostrophe za.
Don't
Perfect.
kill yourself there. All
Quick, weirdest, order some. Quick, they tend to be able to deliver it
Weirdness,
to your door.
anything can be pizza if you just believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an apple pizza sitting on the oven cooling.
It's a pizza pie.
I forgot. Oh, I'm
Halloween
so
cookie.
jazzed.
John's mic has a gate on it, the crosshair. So
But yeah,
You,
the
stay
gate.
out.
If the gate, sometimes they're a bit.
sharp
Sticky.
on the attack.
No, they stick a bit, so they activate and like cut you off, and then they stay activated.
a little
until-
longer.
a little
than-
long.
yeah. We're gonna manage. And it's gonna be wonderful.
Yeah.
Well,
Somehow
we've got
I
snuggles happening in the chat.
Oh yeah.
My question then to you guys is
Yes.
a very simple one. You guys ready?
No.
I actually don't know.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah, I guess, eh?
For one thing,
Okay,
I
you're right.
do know is that y'all are gonna have to. Oh, Pukajutsu.
Oh, Jesus. Excuse me.
One thing I am gonna say though is that I don't like skipping weeks.
No.
I really don't.
No.
That
Like-
sucked.
We all got our sickness out of the way during the week off so that we could be here, you know.
We got down with the sickness. So we could be here with you.
Oh my god!
Juby
Boom.
Bag, thank you for the 10 subs.
Sonic
Guys.
boom.
Like,
Yo. That's a lot of
guys,
stuff.
this is episode 50. It's not a normal stream. So, like, you can just stop with making it a normal stream because
true.
it's episode 50. It's too
Oh,
special for normalcy.
They're always what a sweetheart.
Thank you.
Yeah, so
you,
be
Meg.
mean today, guys.
Thank you, Meg.
Don't
No,
actually
just
do
be
that. Don't
abnormal.
do that.
No normal day.
Yeah, no normal day. Yay!
Oh my god.
Right.
I like that shouting emote a lot.
I know.
That's great, eh?
Something I gotta do while we're getting past all these things. For one thing, do you guys just want to disappoint Aragorn right now?
Yeah, let's
Yes.
get it out of the
Yeah,
way.
Great.
saving my experience, didn't spend it.
Ditto.
Not gonna purchase anything with a minimal amount of experience that I have. Do you want to disappoint Aragorn right away?
Yeah,
Or
just
do you
get
wanna
that out
wait?
of the way. Look, there's so many things that I do want to buy. I want to get a 4th dot and scene. Maybe another dot and wayfarer chicanery.
I want to get a 7th dot of glamour. So you're going to be disappointed in me for a good long time.
Sorry, guys.
No,
That's
I'm
something that we
concerned
want to
about
be
you.
is disappointed.
I think Aragorn thrives off of being disappointed in us. I think that's her life's
It
blood.
fuels her. Make
Fuels
us
her.
be better.
Drives her.
Well, now
It's going to keep going.
Yeah,
now that we've disappointed Aragorn, you know,
let's disappoint everyone else. Like, what do you?
Oh, yeah, Mistrich. Loved it.
What the shit, Aragorn? No, we're supposed to be disappointing you. Damn it, Aragorn. Come on. Yay.
Well, we disappoint her, and this is what she does. I
We
mean,
should disappoint her more often.
good things seem to come of it.
Thank you.
Yay. Oh my god.
no more weeks off ever.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll do our best.
But Aragorn just threw something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's just a hair like floating through the air, like reaching for a jade dagger.
Aragorn's donation, by the way, is primal.
Mm.
Liz?
Cast Primal.
Sexual.
What?
Primal.
Primal sexual?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Create disappointment threshold.
Yes.
We're not ravaging her. At least I really hope we're not ravaging
No,
her.
we're
hope not.
inspiring her. It's
yes,
great.
I hope.
That's 16 months.
Yay!
16
Dougal for
16 months.
Kaiser Omnic.
Ooh,
Best house Dougal?
I think so. Not having a stake in any of the houses other than Gwydion.
Gwydion.
Gwydion. Gwydion.
When I was a kid and I was reading the Book of Three and the Lloyd Alexander Book of Three books, I always thought it was Gwydion.
How would you know?
Right up until I was like, oh, you're Gwydion.
Fucking English. Fucking
Why
Welsh,
not?
actually, but like
That's
fucking
pretty
English.
Welsh.
Yeah, right, because English is so consistent with its
Well,
pronunciation.
exactly.
Yeah, the Chronicles of Pride. There you go, Irvine.
See, but that's pronounced Pryden. Like, fuck English.
Anyway.
Pardon
Yeah.
my language. Yes, let's go.
It's not Pridden.
Nope.
Hey guys.
Yo.
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh,
Who's starting?
shit hit the
Oh
fan.
my god. Well, we are still plodding through this trial, and we were in the middle of Kyoko's testimony, and she had just revealed that she was trying to steal the mask from the King of Willows, King Melge, and it was decided by the jury that they should use Sovereign to draw the truthful testimony out of her.
Yeah, the full
And
truth. She's
It
a
was
puka.
pretty traumatic for all involved, and we found out that she basically seduced him to get close to him and learn what he was all about, and it was very awful, and she did not succeed in stealing the mask.
Yeah.
That was the
Yeah.
first 10 minutes.
We tried to call Fala forward to testify, and they said that they couldn't reach her. At somewhere around that point, there was a recess call.
Yeah.
At which point, I received a text or a phone call. I ended up speaking with Clank. And basically saying, "Hey, give us Fala, and I can get you in the door as well." Because Clank really wanted to get into the room.
Yeah. She really wanted to be there.
She
In the room
didn't
where it happens.
agree with me, but somehow got Sophia to agree to the deal. And so Clank and Fala made their way in.
Yeah. Fala was chimerically dead. She was still, according to Clank and the Grand Bestin, an agent of King Melge. We learned a bit about King Melge believing that there was a Red Branch conspiracy against him, trying to draw in, which had maybe infiltrated the Grand Bestin. Clank was declared in contempt of the court, right? Like a hostile witness.
That's not contempt of court. It's just a hostile
witness. My mistake. Brom was, acquitted of all charges. However, in terms of the treason of King Melge, it was kind of decided by the jury that it was essentially Kyoko's word versus King Melge's status, standing, and title. So, trial by combat. Let the dreaming decide. Kyoko be whoever King Melge's second, I guess, would be.
Which ended up being Clank.
Right.
She
What was the-
volunteered.
Yep. What was the outcome, though, folks?
Well, Sophia cast Fairy Ring on everybody except Kyoko and Clank, so they could watch this duel. And Kyoko shot first. Her aim was true.
No, she did
No?
not
Well,
shoot
sorry.
first.
She
Kyoko-
shot true. Her aim was true.
Yes.
Kyoko got shot by Clank first, waited and took the shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Like a total
So she shot
badass.
properly. She shot and killed. As Clank was dying, Clank uttered a terrible curse and killed Kyoko, practically killed everybody else, and then died.
Yeah.
And there's a riot. There's an angry mob outside,
Yep.
storming the castle.
Representatives of the Grand Bestin.
Other commoners.
In complete revolt against the crown, against the
Monarchy.
castle,
Yeah.
Castle, the
Castle.
Castle. I don't know how that happened.
And Duchess Eloise. Don't
yeah.
forget.
Being led by the Duchess Eloise. Right?
Yes. So we were like, oh, there are, 10 of us here. We're all hella injured because that ultimate knocker curse injured all non-knockers. upon hearing it. And everyone was frickin' swearing left, right, and center. So...
We decided to get the FERC out of there.
Yeah.
Brom made the executive decision to unleash, to get them all out of the hell out of there, back to across the shadow, back to the spark. However, lost control a little bit. Everybody had to make a choice.
Hold
What
on
happened, guys?
to... Everyone had at least 2 things that they were trying to hold on to.
I'll start. I'll start. Just get Kung Fu Fenris out of the way here. Brom dropped Whisper, his sword, as well as Caliburn, the sword that chooses the leader of Concordia, or chose, is very important, in favor of holding on to the chimerically dead body of Clank and Claude.
Patches had to choose between her rifle and which she was trying to repair because this knocker curse broke all mechanisms within the area.
No, it just... Anyway. Breaks everything.
It breaks everything. Broke everything. And Kyoko, who was dead, but thanks to her 2-point flaw of possessive...
Loving stuff.
Loving my gun.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
chose to hold on to her rifle and let Kyoko fall.
Sophia was holding Mab the lizard, and Mab the queen tried to hold on to the lizard, ended up losing the lizard and saving the queen.
But now you got some sweet Queen of Apples action. We all made it back to Cross the Shadow, along with everybody else, including the mob.
Yeah. Yeah. Sophia splashed down in the pool.
Yeah.
Patches crashed into a tree. Brom landed on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
People scattered all over our garden, but also down in the street below.
And guess who shows up last second? Sister Flex.
Oh, yeah.
In a sweet-ass exoskeleton. A la, I'm imagining Ripley from Alien, but, you know.
I'm imagining Ripley the cat. It's way funnier.
Yeah.
Raining men. Pukajutsu. Pretty good?
Yeah, it only took us like
Question.
7 minutes.
I know, right? No. No.
Bet? Question mark? There a bet?
Yes, there is, but
Okay.
we'll get to that. I'm asking if there's questions for you.
No. We're
The
injured.
bet's going to be a little bit vague this time around, but there it is.
You're going to have to carry us.
At the end of this session, I'm going to ask all 3 of the players to say whether or not the current situation is a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Not in terms of how they enjoyed the session,
Okay.
but it's literally going to be whether they feel that things are going well
Bueno?
or not.
No bueno. Okay.
You get to bet on which the majority will choose. There are 3 of them. They will be forced to vote one way or the other. You can bet now by using exclamation mark bet. 0 for thumbs down, 1 for thumbs up. Scott just leaves.
Thank you.
I never go far. I mean, sometimes, I guess.
I'm actually kind of curious what the balance of power is going to be on this.
Mm-hmm.
I have a pretty good idea.
I mean, just glancing at chat, I do see several votes for both sides. So that's good that it's not,
Unanimous.
yeah.
Unanime.
Yeah, you can't bet more than 100.
I mean, whoa, guys. Like, the moats
All
may be
in.
worthless, but all in 6 million. Man, I miss that movie.
I like how Lily's an optimist.
Good for you, Spaced
Kung
Out.
Fu Fenris is also an optimist.
Rock on.
It's pretty even right now.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at 7-5. For
Better
those who
than
are
I
brave
thought,
enough to bet.
frankly.
Yeah.
All right. Oh.
Thank you for the bits. appreciated.
Bits!
You can watch ads for bits.
Is that a
Yeah.
thing?
It
In the
worked.
United States.
No, it worked on my phone. It didn't work on my computer, and I made sure that I had disabled all ad blockers and stuff. It's like, oops, you've watched all the ads that are available for you right now. I'm like, I haven't watched any. I want free bits.
0.
So I've been spending them. I'm waiting for the next bit sale.
Seriously. I'm making t-shirts.
Just like
Save the lizard, save the world.
All right, where's that post-it note about merch? Right there. Save Liz. Save. Wait, what? I can't spell.
Strategy is an essential part of most games. At one point in time, I used to think that it was a part of all games, and that games that didn't involve any strategy at all couldn't truly be called games. But I suppose there is a certain amount of gamesmanship in knowing when to play and not to. But there is always going to be an chance, even in games that ostensibly have no generator involved. You could sit down at a chessboard and know that you are better than your opponent, but you could be sick that day. You can sit down in front of a board of Scrabble and draw 7 E's as your opening hand. And even in games with dice, chance can override anything else. Now, I'm not giving this game away a chance. But fate does have a way of messing with all good plans. I happen to know for a fact that this is not exactly what was going to happen until it's got out of hand. But here we are. Which means that we're going to check in with each of you to see exactly where you are. And we'll see if your strategy overcome chance. But don't forget that chance equally affects you and me. I have my dice here, just as you have your dice across the table. So, it's not a foregone conclusion. Never was. No matter how many sidereals you want to ask, it's not always in there. So, with that, Scott,
yes.
where are you?
Brom is on the roof of the Spark, which is up an additional floor from the garden. He's lying prone. Next to him are the bodies of Claude and Clank. Clank dead. Claude, hopefully not.
Health levels.
-2. Oh, sorry. Yes, so I have 3 remaining chimerical health levels. Oh, great.
Glamour.
1.
Willpower.
6.
Kate.
I am currently making my way out of a tree, and with potentially with the assistance of Sister, he at least spoke to me about it. And I have my rifle with me, but I do not have Kyoko. I'm uninjured. because the knocker swear doesn't hurt knockers. But I have 1 glamour and 2 willpower.
Liz.
I'm being pulled out of the pond in the garden. I'm at -5 health level, so I'm at crippled, 1 away from in-cap. I have 2 glamour, and I have 2 willpower, which is basically 1 willpower because one of them is imbalanced.
Oh no, you can spend it.
I'm not going to spend it. I'm treating it as though I have 1 willpower for the purposes of...
I mean, you don't
My-
have to spend it right now, but there might be a point where you may be
Five for
tempted.
death.
Sure. Sure.
Already exhausted.
I mean, what if it comes down to somebody's life?
Then we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Hope it's not Brom. She's dropping me like a sack of bricks. That's for sure.
Bag
You're-
of rocks.
Bag of rock.
That's what you are.
Right there.
Let me set the stage for you at this point.
Wait.
Westmount Square is located in a relatively busy part of downtown. It is the afternoon actually of a Wednesday, which means that there's a sizable population around here. Remember that Westmount Square is not terribly far from a mall. It's also not terribly far from a metro station, and yet we've deposited dozens upon dozens of people. Now, it seems like the 3 of you happened to land in a relatively fortuitous location. Brom on the roof, Patches and Sophia in the garden of the Spark. But on the streets below is now a teeming mass. And it isn't clear at first glance how many of these people are part of the attacking force on Terranar and how many of them were already in Terranar. But no one else, aside from those who you've brought with you, so Claude, Clank, Mab, no one else has landed on or near
What
the
about
Freehold in particular.
when we were told to grab somebody else? It was at the end of the session.
yeah, we grabbed
and we all got to
hands.
point at somebody else that we were grabbing.
Right.
Did they land with us? Because I chose Lenore.
I chose Mortwin.
And I already had 2 people, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did they
Yeah, so
land
they're
with us
with you.
too? Okay,
Okay.
cool.
Thanks for remembering that.
I almost forgot.
Sorry,
wait.
Fairlith and et al.
Yeah,
actually really
7.
Which means that you have Morwin,
7.
Lenore, and Mab. You do not have Fairlith with you.
No.
She's the one queen apparent that isn't with you currently. And you have Claude and
Clank.
Clank. Which means that you are missing the following people from your party, as it were. Skane is nowhere to be seen. Neither is Kyoko's body. Neither is Fairlith.
Shit.
So they are, if assumptions can be made, somewhere in the teeming crowd below. There are 200 people who were swept up in this. Oh, 7 also.
Right.
Don't know where 7 is. We're not going to enter combat rounds until we actually enter combat. I will tell you, though, that if you personally aren't in combat rounds, that doesn't mean that other people aren't. Okay?
Right.
Go.
I'm going to hop up and I'm going to check Claude. Is he alive?
Claude is alive.
Oh my god.
He's pretty badly hurt. I mean, you're at how many health levels?
-5.
Yeah. So people are in a pretty bad way at the moment. He is struggling to get to his feet, but he's clearly in no real condition to fight.
I'm going to try to shoulder him and
Just knock him off the roof.
here you go. Pop! hobble over to the edge.
Sacre bleu!
Oh no, my bar!
No one says this! Clack.
I'm gonna call out to Zister from up here. Zister! A little help?
So, Zister is currently in a chimerical exoskeleton. So he whirs and kind of the gears grind just a little bit every time he moves his right knee, and he turns his head up to try to see who's calling. You want me to help?
I reach out my hand.
I'm working to repair my rifle so that I can grappling hook him, but create a zip line for you.
Well, that'd be
But at the
baller.
moment, I'm just trying to fix it. And it's wits crafts? Or is it intelligence crafts?
It
Or is
was
it something
wits
else?
crafts.
Or was it firearms? It doesn't
It's
matter.
going to be wits crafts or wits firearms. I don't care which.
Gunsmith will apply, so I'm going with firearms.
Okay. Sophia, the door to the gardens rips open, and running out into the garden itself is Cog. Cog is carrying in his hands something that's very faintly glowing in between his fingertips, but he's got his hands cupped like this. He's running and he stumbles a little bit, and he has, you know that when you stumble and the only thing you can do is keep running, otherwise you're going to fall over.
Yeah.
Is he just stumble all the way until he reaches you. Incidentally, when you're pulled out of the pond, your clothing is dry.
Cool.
Nice. Because. Right.
And he manages to like shoulder check a tree close to you so that he doesn't completely fall over, and then he opens his hands. Inside of his hands, there's a tiny little frame with little lights on the outside, and it shows on the inside a very intricate little scratch board drawing of an elephant, which he hands to you.
What's this, Cog?
I thought you might be able to use it.
For what?
Roll me your perception penning.
Well, again?
How many
I
successes
got
did you get the
2.
first time?
So I'm at
Okay,
12
So I'll tell you when you
of
can
20.
roll again. So you're just feverishly just trying to work on it, right?
Yeah, I'm making my way out of the tree.
Making my way down.
So Zister just reaches up and there's like this claw,
Whoa.
and it's close enough that if you like hung off the edge of the roof, you could get into the claw.
I just dart my eyes over to Claude and then like wrap him under one arm, and I'm gonna
And
reach
you're
out for
leaving
it.
Clank on the roof.
Yes.
Okay. So you have to really hope that his Nagarfall isn't like slightly too tough of a grip on that claw. But he manages to catch you,
Right.
and he lowers you down into the garden proper. You're holding 2 points of dross.
Okay.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank you, Cog.
You can make another roll.
I want to try to drag myself inside. I'm looking for Dr. Saley.
So Cog's going to pull you
How about her?
along with him. It seems that while he would normally at this point refuse to even so much as go near you, things seem to be important enough that he's ignoring that.
Oh,
And so he's pretty stable for you. He's not very tall, but enough that you can lean on him a bit so that you can get inside.
Okay.
Inside the exhaust is Dr. Saley and Alnek, who are sitting there. Saley looks at you and just Patches lose her shit.
There's a mob outside. At Taranar, there was a knocker who cursed us, and people are either dead or dying, and people are lost, and you need to fix me.
Sit.
That's it.
Rom?
I'm gonna put Claude down, maybe resting against a tree. Zister, you understand the situation. Maybe not.
Where did they all come from?
That's an excellent question. The commoners revolted.
The commoners are revolting. I hear where you're going.
They're coming after the... Oh, no.
Not again.
They heard about the High King. They're coming after the monarchy, led by Duchess Eloise, of all people. Looks like she's trying to take advantage of the political vacuum, as long as there is one. Perhaps we'll be able to name someone and take some decisive action, but if not, there are things down there, Zister, we might need to fight through to get them. I might need your help. Kyoko, Caliburn, Berilith. In that order. Yeah.
Wow.
I know, right?
Some truths.
Fine. You're taking position outside the garden. High priority targets only.
Yes.
You.
I'm already making my way to the edge.
Has he come
and
inside?
Then he looks and then sees that you're not there, and he's just like, yep. You've brought 3 Morwen, Lenore, Mab, right here.
We had to get away.
Yes, I understand, but they need to be protected at this point. Fine, in Shizer. I'm not a military commander. I don't know what to do here.
Send them to the highest defended point of the Spark. Incisor, I'm sure you know where that is.
Incisor's not outside with
Oh, great. Incisor should know where that is. The dungeon? There's lots of locks.
And you can lock down from inside if we need to.
Yeah.
Yes. We can
You
get
want
them,
me to throw Queens into the dungeon?
not to lock them up, to protect
Your
them.
ladyships, your highnesses, your royalnesses, do you consent to being put into the safest place in our freehold?
Like I give a damn about consent at this point.
I'm yelling that at them as I'm also walking away.
Yeah, I'm curious if Lenore's like, no.
Saley goes behind the bar and she pours So hold up your wine glass for me, please. So she pours that amount of straight up scotch into the glass, puts it down, rims the edge with salt, and then shoves it across the bar. All of it. You just went for it, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing that you notice is that it's not scotch. While it was poured out of a bottle of scotch, it's not alcoholic, whatever you're drinking. It tastes horrible, but you have just consumed a well of life.
Oh, cool.
So you've got that going for you, at least.
Okay.
That's great.
That's exciting.
Um,
How powerful is this well of life?
I'm just getting that exactly for you now.
You heal 1 health level.
Yay!
Better than none.
Yeah, I was going to say, better than...
You've restored all bashing and lethal damage.
Holy shit. I'm going to start using Claude's booze for my wells of life because you can fully consume it. You don't just have to hang around a plant forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't even let me eat that cactus. Sorry.
Do you have any egg?
No.
Okay.
I don't think we did. No.
No, I don't think so.
Sorry, guys. Excuse me.
Here's the problem. It's not like I can just use this. Well, the enemy combatants will benefit from it as well. Why am I talking like Zister? It's not as if I can do it, huh? Yeah? So, just use it as best you can. We'll go out there. Take care of things, and I'll be here with the wounded.
Queen Mab. What's Lenore's title again?
She's a princess.
Princess. Queen Mab and Princess Lenore and Morwen. And Morwen are out there. Heal them. Claude. Anyone else who's injured out there. They're your priority. Go do it now. And I'm going upstairs. I'm heading to my penthouse.
Okay. So, because I assume Sophia just really needs a bath at this point, Saley comes out into the garden and collects the royals
Shit.
along with Claude and starts pulling them back in. I will protect these ones with my life if necessary, but if you get the red cap, send her down. I could use some backup. I'm not feeling so good.
Don't worry, Claude. We're going to take the fight to them.
And now I'm ideally by the edge of the garden and looking through my scope while I continue to make the last few adjustments to fix my
You can
rifle.
make okay, so you can either make a roll or you can look through your scope. You can't do both.
I will make the roll. Yes, I'm done. I have gotten my 20 successes cumulatively.
Your rifle is now in working order once more.
Yes.
Congratulations, you have a weapon.
Wish I had a weapon.
Yeah, I bet you do too.
I bet I do too.
What are you doing?
Claude, I need to collect one thing. Then, anyone who is able to fight or at least make a distraction, we will go down to the street. Knock our way through the crowd if we have to. Take everything we need, bring it inside down to the workshop. Did I say Claude? I meant sister.
Fine. But I'm very tempted to take the elevator offline at this point.
That's not a bad idea, but there's people out there that we can't abandon. Or at least I won't. If you want to send me out and lock the elevator behind me, that's fine.
We can't let them get access to the freehold itself.
Eloise swore she wouldn't attack the freehold. I don't know whether that will count to her followers. I don't know the exact wording of the oath. I wasn't there. But it'll at least stop her from coming in.
It's true.
If we keep the heat on her, a certain number will stay with her, I'm sure. And start
The
scanning
fighting
the crowds.
has started in earnest outside.
Oh, God.
And here's the problem. Most of the people who showed up to revolt came armed. Most of the people who were there weren't. So at the moment, it's looking a little bit slaughtery.
Oh.
Sophia.
Upstairs in my room, I want to I kind of have tunnel vision on right now, and I'm putting on the armor, the treasure that was made for me
Okay.
by Taylor.
Okay. You're getting armored.
I'm heading inside to get a weapon. The weapon is Frostbite, my old sword. I'm also going to call for Zeron on the way, if he picks up.
Hello. Shit is going down, bro.
I mean,
Need your help.
basically.
Brom, I'm here with Kaylee. Everything's going great. I think I'm about to finally know what it's like to feel the touch of a woman for the first time. What's going on?
So Zeron, you're not going to be happy about this.
Hello?
So Zeron, it's happening. The Duchess Eloise is here at the Spark. Please.
She isn't allowed.
No, but the several hundred people we spirited away from Taranar certainly are.
You punish them. She's mine. Click.
Fuck. Fine. You know what? Fuck it. It's fine. Let's go. I'm just going to keep that away.
Okay, now you're trying to survey with the scope?
Yep.
Okay, so there's a lot of people here. This
Yeah.
is like a Where's Waldo, except that it's moving around a ton. Where's Wally for you in England?
Nice.
Oui, Charlie.
Yeah, oui, Charlie! So it's going to be very difficult to be able to pinpoint anything in this crowd, especially if they're not moving. What are you looking for?
I am looking for someone, a cluster that would imply that there is protection around a leader or someone important, or like specifically trained soldiers that are in a formation.
You're looking for people who are trying to form up.
Yeah.
Okay. That is going to be a perception leadership role.
Actually, more.
Yeah, I was like,
In-
where's
I
war?
know, I was
But
thinking about it,
there's
yeah,
no such
sorry.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrong game.
Yeah. 2 successes.
Okay. There's two groups currently that seem to be forming up in what is as could be best described as a formation. One of them at its head has a troll who you're relatively sure is Skane. The other one, you can see Eloise. She's making herself visible. She's very purposefully trying to rally troops, but the interesting thing that you see is that she's taken a length of her scarf and she's wrapped it around the lower half of her face and tied it.
That's weird. Anyone else? Okay, that's really strange, I think.
Okay. Question mark.
Upon closer look, she's gagged herself.
So she isn't swearing all the time. Would be my guess.
So
Yeah.
she doesn't say anything about attacking the freehold.
Maybe that
truth.
too.
She doesn't give orders to people to attack.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
She isn't going to speak out against freehold.
What a bitch!
Still
Skiller.
A group of 200 Omnic is a ton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's it's never been specifically stated how many changelings are in a population. It's been estimated, I've seen in one place, that there's approximately one changeling for every 100,000 people,
Oh, wow.
which would put the population
wow.
of Montreal at 20, except that they tend to commune in urban areas because they need dreamers to survive, and there just aren't as many.
Can name 20 NPCs.
And there just aren't as many in rural outposts.
Yeah.
So, if you make the assumption that that the population of North America is about 400 million, that would mean that there are about 4,000 changelings. I prefer to think that the number's a little higher than that.
Yeah.
But 200 in one place is always going to be a big deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
truth.
This was Terranar, though.
Hey.
Aragorn. Oh, sorry. No, Crosshair, I will answer this question because it is important. People would see a whole bunch of people just swarming in the streets. The fact that they're there isn't protected by the mists.
Yeah.
Now, if they're attacking like each other with swords and stuff like that, they'll start to rationalize it as a street brawl, but forget that there was weapons or whatnot.
Or
Now,
rationalize
if it was
as
a
movie
night with
set.
hockey, then everyone would go, "Oh, okay."
Yeah,
The
NBD.
forum, the forum isn't there anymore. That's the old forum. But anyway,
No, that's still the forum. It's just not the Bell Center.
Ugh.
right?
Yeah, everybody's there for Pokemon Go. That's it.
Yeah, def.
Gotta go.
Doritos, Hobo Park.
Gotta go.
Okay. And I have a question about my chicanery. Things like veiled eyes or veiled mind. Can I use a realm like scene to target a group of?
You can. The difficulty
Okay.
of targeting like 200 people would probably
No,
be off
it
the
wouldn't be
scale
that
for you.
many. But if it was just like a group of 10 or 20.
Yeah, you can use scene.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. I will factor it into my thoughts.
After I find frostbite in my office, if it's there, I guess. If it
It's
hasn't
like-
just been
it's like
taken.
It's like in a golf bag.
I was thinking like a big barrel that you would keep umbrellas in or something,
Yeah,
just like
sure.
shoved in there. After I've retrieved it, I'm going to go back and get Sister and push the call button on the elevator, going down to the lobby. Let's party.
You're asking me to get out there.
I am asking a lot.
You have a duty to those who are already out there, but I have a duty to something else. It's here.
The spark, it needs to be defended.
I'll come with you. But if I have to choose between keeping this freehold safe and someone else,
My past and my future are both outside of the spark right now, sister. But I understand. You go as far as you can, or as far as you need to. We will defend this place.
so the elevator's already not great for Brom. It's like
Yeah.
with a
Yeah.
chimerical exoskeleton on the inside.
Lol.
Remember though that it's intention that matters in Changeling 20. If not, you don't take banality for trying to fit in this elevator. But you feel very close to Zister
That's okay.
as you drop 13 floors. Sophia.
So I am making a bunch of calls. People I'm trying to call, Porig. Let him know what's going on and imploring him to come here and bring as much help as he can. Ramsia, same thing. If she can get any members of the Unbroken or the Crystal Circle to help, that would be amazing. And I'm going out on the balcony. Oh yeah, I'm calling Peter the Redcap as well. That random guy who was involved. See if he can get a little gang together to help us
Probably
out.
down in the fight right now. Like,
No way, he owes me. I kept him alive.
yeah,
little shit.
calling in the
Oh,
favors.
ungrateful shit.
All right.
And I'm calling for Scythe and Little One on my balcony. I hope I have like 5 phones because this is a lot of stuff
Okay.
I'm trying to do.
Your first call
Yes.
Yeah, let's.
was to Porik.
Yeah.
Roll me 1d10.
That's a 10.
Oh shit, maybe.
I called.
Hello?
Right.
Porig, the spark is under attack. We need your help. And anyone else you can bring.
Not in your country.
I'll send someone for you.
Yep.
I'll send Alnek for you. He'll come get you.
Right. Okay. Closest place that I can be found is Empire State Building. Yeah?
Yeah, he'll be there very soon.
Tell him to meet me in the lobby.
Be ready.
Hangs up.
Dick.
Next is Ramsey.
Next.
1d10.
9.
Hello?
Repeat message.
I'm here.
How quickly could anybody from the Crystal Circle get here? Is there anyone who might be sympathetic to our cause?
This is a political matter. I'm not certain that they would get involved.
Well, try.
I can see what I can do, but I'm here to help you.
And this is me asking you to help.
Let's say that I can get a hold of people, or let's say that I can't. What next? What do you need from me?
You bring them here, you defend the spark, and you save the people outside who are on our side. Just do it. And I hang up the phone.
Wow. Sorry.
On to the next.
Shit. Wait, I mean, you are the regent of Concordia, right? So
Not having a good day.
No, a lot
Next.
Peter.
little Sophia's
Roll.
not so great day.
2.
No answer.
Fair
Next.
Did I mention anybody else?
Scythe.
Yeah, the dragon.
Oh yeah, well I'm going out onto the balcony and calling for Little One, Scythe. 6.
So, go out on the balcony and make your call.
Little One. Little One. We really need your help.
Okay.
I would like to start whichever I think makes more sense, Veiled Eyes or Veiled Mind. What I'm trying to do is target as I start scanning areas furthest from those two bands, anyone that I can identify as someone that was, so basically, I guess, non-knockers at this point, people that don't seem like they're from the attacking. Trying to identify people that were inside the castle that looked like they would have been, and specifically children or other people that seem particularly like non-combatants, and trying to cast them into veiled mind, veiled eyes, veiled mind in little like 2s and 3s.
So veiled mind probably wouldn't help them. Veiled
Because
mind
they-
is specifically focused on the others.
Okay, so then
So veiled eyes would protect them from sight. Here's the danger with what you're trying to say. If they interact with anybody,
they'll be
it'll
kind of
drop. So you have to hope, like, it's not going to be a perfect thing, but for those who are just trying to escape, that will help them. For people who are trying to engage, it'll drop.
So
almost
I'm
instantly.
trying specifically. That's why I'm starting with the children and the people that seem most like non-combatants.
All right.
That's
So-
awesome. Sorry.
I'll need a bunk from you, Scott,
Yeah.
and then prepare your dice pool.
Yeah.
please.
I'm rolling down to the lobby of the Spark.
What's your first objective here?
My first objective is to I'm looking for Lord Skane.
Okay. Bunk?
I am going to. Uproot a section, like tear off a section of a bush that's nearby, and rip it into pieces and throw it down over the crowd.
Okay. I want you to make your roll.
Yeah.
Your core, your actual difficulty,
Yeah.
all of the things already considered,
Yeah.
is 8.
Okay. Three successes.
A very good
Yeah, it's super.
roll for difficulty 8.
Yeah.
You see as the branches get cast out into onto the streets itself, the crowd seems smaller to you. So
Good.
Now, that probably indicates that you were successful,
I
but
would
it's
like.
hard to tell.
I would like to do repeated castings.
Okay, every repeated casting of the same cantrip will drive the difficulty up by 1. So your next one will be 9. Now, you've already covered basically, I assume, because you've seen. How much scene do you have?
I have 3.
Okay, so that's enough to cover everybody here.
Okay.
So
Smaller.
that's
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
You don't need to do repeated castings of this. The thing is, a repeated casting would help if you were like, oh, it fell on some people, I want to re-up it.
Yeah. Okay.
But
No, 3 successes last like 3 hours or something
Yeah.
crazy. So.
at this point,
Not more
there's
than
no need
hours.
to recast
Okay.
it right away anyway.
Okay. Then go tell us why.
Brom,
Yes.
when you exit into the lobby of Westmount Square, you see that there's people looking out there, and they've all got their phones out, and just, you know how they have these gorgeous like floor to ceiling windows. So they're all just taking shots of this flash mob that's shown up outside, and one of them is like, "I think it's a new Aronofsky picture."
Yep. This is.
I think I see Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh my God! Over there, yeah. Yes.
Well,
hello.
where are the cameras?
I am Jennifer. Yes. This is a huge, issue in terms of breaking the Eshiat, like the right to ignorance. But I don't.
The mists will protect you.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's
The
not a
right
heck
to
of a lot we can
ignorance-
do.
Right to ignorance is more like if you take a mortal and you sit them down and like, look, I'm about to tell you all of our secrets, and I know that this is going to sound weird, but let's go.
Yeah.
Like casting a cantrip in front of a mortal is sort of like, you shouldn't do that if you don't need to.
Right.
Don't fuck with mortals for no reason.
For sure.
But you'll be fine.
Okay. Well, I'm not happy about it, but I'm gonna stride out the front door. While I'm doing so, I'd like to, as I'm passing the front desk,
Yep.
any sign-in. Yeah, if there's a sign-in sheet here, I want to take the pen and with a big flourish sign, like signing out Sir Brom Madston, Ap Gwydion, as a bunk.
Okay. And you're bunking for?
I'm bunking for Dragon's Ire,
Yes.
second level, to increase the difficulty to hit of. It's not really like an appropriate.
It's level 2 bunk.
I'll
Make
take
your
it.
roll.
Thanks, man.
Sophia.
I would like to, when I'm out on my little balcony looking down, I want to climb up onto the railing, look down, and jump as my bunk, and cast Elder Form to become air. Hopefully not fuck it up.
Can you imagine? Air form.
With what is your eventual purpose for this?
Well, to basically find Mab without getting slashed in the throat. I'm aiming to hover over the crowd, and I'm looking for her.
Okay, so that's... Because jumping off your balcony would basically only faceplant you into the garden, it's not a level 5. I'll make it a level 4 bunk.
That's acceptable. Thank you.
Oh, well, you're welcome.
Hey, if she fails, it's going to hurt a
Yes,
lot.
that's a really bad news.
But
yeah.
it probably won't. It's not the equivalent of her like falling 14 stories. It'll be the equivalent of her falling like 2.
Right.
Okay.
Because the 13th floor is quite
Tall.
Patches.
While now keeping my eye on Eloise, following her movement and starting to get ready to track her for an eventual shot, I want to also text the Duke. If you can get a rifle, we need more snipers. And then start lining up a shot.
You compose your text message and then you send it, and then you're lining up a shot on Eloise.
Yeah.
You do not have a good shot on her. She's surrounded by other people. Your military training would say that this is the kind of shot that no commander in their right mind would ask you to take it. Because everyone around is so, like, there's so much chaos that there's no guarantee that you'd actually hit your target. And then there's almost an equal chance that you'd hit someone you weren't trying to.
Do I feel like a different vantage point would help?
This is a mob of 200 people. It's not a sniper's paradise. Now, that's not to say that you can't try,
Snipe.
but I'm telling you that there are very definite risks for failure. It'd be different if, like, the two sides were on...
Yeah,
Absolutely.
because then I could at least shoot at one side or the other.
Brahms cantrip put everybody, like, basically picked them all up,
and went
shook them into
up,
a dice
drop them. Yeah,
cup,
totally.
and rolled them out onto
Yeah.
St. Catherine Street.
Yahtzee! We're fucked.
I got 3 successes, which means it's good for 30 minutes.
Wow.
So as you start to fall, your cantrip just isn't taking the shape that you want it to. And there's this moment where the ground is just rushing up towards your face.
Ooh.
Except that then the rushing just keeps happening. And it doesn't stop until you realize that the rushing is you. You're the rushing. You're the air. You are now currently located on the garden, just above the garden tree line. You are there. You are now air. So yes, things will pass through you. However, any significantly strong breeze, or if anybody tries to blow you away, you'll have a hard time dealing with that.
Mm-hmm.
Go.
I want to continue down to street level.
Okay, so now you are falling 13 stories, but thankfully you are made of air. Patches.
I would like to cast Sparrows and Nightingales on Eloise in order to make her look like one of the queens.
Oh my god. Jacques!
Which queen?
Whichever one they hate the most.
What? Come on.
Who is the son, the daughter of Melch? Feralith.
No.
No?
The daughter of Melge.
Yeah,
Sorry, I thought you
yeah.
said.
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
you
Yeah.
meant David.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
sparrows and nightingales.
Because they're both
Isn't
she,
enough
right?
to.
Okay, then can I use Trick of the... Because I feel like Trick of the Light wouldn't be enough, because that makes
Okay.
someone look
So
different.
sparrows and nightingales changes one fairly discrete physical feature. So it wouldn't be enough for her to change into someone. You can make her look like a different she, but you can't make her look like somebody else. Remember also that if it at any point would make her look foolish, it would fail.
No.
What's the
yeah.
other cantrip that you were talking about?
I was looking at Trick of the Light, but that can like
So Trick of the Light
change-
creates misunderstandings and mistakes.
Yeah,
So you can
yeah, and
Um,
repeated extra castings can like change more and more things. Yeah, because if you couldn't reasonably mistake the target, so does Eloise look like actually out of the queens? Does she?
So
Whoever
if
she
you
looks
use
closest
Trick of the
to.
Light,
yeah.
it would confuse people in the mess of battle, but
Yeah.
anybody approaching her to talk to her, it
Yeah.
would immediately just fall for them. Because at that point, they would just sort of recognize, oh, you're clearly not her.
Mm-hmm.
However, if she started shouting out a command
Mm-hmm.
and you were there holding a sword, paying attention to the guy in front of you,
Mm-hmm.
you would easily think that it was somebody else.
Yeah.
Put it this way. Sparrows won't help you. Trick of the Light will.
Oh,
Yeah.
seems like all right.
Okay. Trick of the Light it is.
Okay. So Trick of the Light,
Faye and chicanery.
each success is going to be one turn.
Yeah.
And it's
I
a
should've rolled one
chimerical
last
cantrip, so it's not going to cost you
Out
glamour.
of 10. Yeah.
Bonk.
Same with the last one. I'm so far away from everyone and everything. But I'm going to pick up some mud and like war paint myself.
Okay, that's one.
Yeah.
I think it's cool though.
How many successes on your ire?
4
Okay.
for 4 rounds.
So, as you are falling, you see Brahm and Zister walk out of Westmount Square. Both of them seem to be pretty cool, but Brahm looks like he's ready to throw down.
He's hurting too.
There's a massive fey in front of you. There's now also cantrips being flung in various different directions, and the asphalt beneath your feet feels soft.
Oh, that's not good.
4 successes, so it lasts for 4 turns. Like,
Okay.
that's the trouble with Trick of the Light, is that it's short.
Yeah, but you know.
Yeah, just enough to
better than
maybe
nothing.
cause a little bit of confusion.
All right, so
And I guess I'm hoping that this will cause enough confusion to give me a clearer line of shot. So I'm going to go back to aiming.
I need to make a roll
'Kay.
for your opponents to see
Mm-hmm.
what's up. Okay. 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 So,
Too late. Oh, thanks,
Nice.
Liz. Okay.
so Scott,
Yeah. Yes.
first things first, you do
Shooting it
not
was
see
fine, it's the
Eloise.
unplugged that it
Right.
isn't.
However, you do notice that Feralith is surrounded by several trolls, or not trolls, redcaps, off in the distance, and she's gagged.
Would you say that they look menacing? Like,
Yeah, they definitely look
They
menacing.
don't look happy,
but they're also not looking at her. They've got their backs to her.
oh, weird. Okay.
Is Feralith commanding this group of redcaps?
Could she have taken command of them? I mean, it's possible.
I mean, sovereign is a thing.
It's true. I don't like that grin over there, John. First action as I walk out, I would like to also scan for anyone holding a sword aloft. A sword. I know that they're like hard to identify at a distance, but I'm looking. Okay.
Okay, so let's make it very clear. Here are the things in the crowd
Yeah.
that you guys could potentially be looking for, and you let me know if there's anything else. 1 dead puka,
Yeah.
1 lizard,
Yeah.
1 sword that helps control the fate of an entire nation, One,
You're welcome.
sword that has destroyed the Mask of Winters alongside other things.
Bill.
The legendary artifact that was entrusted to Brom and that he decided to let go.
Yay! Close for the win. I love Close.
Am I missing anything?
Farrelith, who we
Farrelith.
found, or at least I see.
Well, you
Think you see her?
think
Yes,
you see
that's
her.
correct. Yes.
I don't think so.
Everyone's
Who did you
never
let
gonna
go?
let that
Nobody's
go.
gonna ever believe it too. I love it.
I mean, Skane, but I've spotted Skane. 7.
7.
And the
One
ones that you were
still
holding
up.
on to that you let go of for your gun? Which ones were those?
That was Kyoko. That was
That
just
was
Kyoko.
Kyoko. Gotcha.
So that's what. Yes.
Okay. Something that I should point out. As you're looking to the left and right, which is not in view from the top of the building, so at this point, she can't see. They're rolling in what looks to be a very low-hanging chimerical tank. It has... it looks like it's being run on steam itself. So like there's
What?
gasps of
Did
steam
it
coming out on the
come
inside.
It was
From
got pulled with us.
That's
with the fucking
so
bump.
badass. Sorry.
And the treads are chewing. I mean, well, it's Montreal roads, so they're already fucked
They're
up.
already- yeah.
But like chewing up an already fucked up road.
Oh, good. So it'll be more even when they're done with it.
Hey.
couldn't possibly make it any worse.
So you see that coming.
Yeah.
It isn't immediately clear what side they're on.
Well, how far?
They're about 400 meters away.
A bit far.
Zister
Yeah.
has ignited a flamethrower, and he has burned a molten moat in front of the door of Westmount Square. It's not enough to prevent people from crossing if they really wanted to, but he's essentially drawn a line.
The steam tank, the steampunk tank, steam tank. Is there anybody sort of outside of it, or maybe alongside? So it's just kind of and there's probably some sort of viewfinder. Or maybe it's not immediately clear how there's
Slits.
periscope. Okay, fucking periscope would be awesome too.
That's when the tank goes into the water.
Oh shit. Okay. I'm.
That's when the slits really start getting awkward.
Yeah. Oh. Excuse me.
Okay, Bond had a car that drove out of the water.
I'm going to hug the walls of the building and dash along to try to get behind the tank, like alongside and behind.
So
the
you're moving towards the tank itself.
tank. Yes.
Okay,
we
so
killing-
Brom's charging a tank.
Are we killing people?
Sophia,
Yeah. I'm looking for Mab.
are you looking for Mab, like just trying to ignore or pass through anything else?
Yeah, like I'm hoping to keep floating over the battle, and I'm
Over
focused
the battle,
on the ground.
Mab's small enough that you wouldn't be able to see the ground properly.
Okay,
From above everybody. And they're all moving.
but I could pass through the things
You
as
can
they're.
step down and start walking through the crowd,
All right,
looking down.
so
if
that's
you
what I'm
wanted
gonna
to.
do.
Okay. This is going to be a perception, alertness. Sorry, wits alertness
Okay.
at a difficulty of 9. I mean, it's a needle in a haystack.
Yeah, it's fair.
Or a lizard in a war.
I'm gonna spend a point of willpower.
Okay. That's 1 point left.
God damn it, John.
So that's 2 successes.
All right. I'll let you know when you find her. Patches. From behind you, you hear somebody approaching.
What's the speed of the footsteps?
Brisk walk.
Pot.
I'm going to ignore it in favor of keeping my eye on the target. I'm going to brace myself for potential.
for shaking.
It would be great if just like, and then you just feel somebody lift your legs.
I would not have glamour.
Yeah.
hopscotch, something.
You bounce back and just like double tap that. Okay, all right.
You see a yoga mat being rolled out next to you.
Yeah.
Nope. You know what it's for?
Yeah.
No.
It's a complete mess down there. It's a complete quagmire.
It would seem that I need to have words with my ancestor.
Yeah. She isn't going to be much of
Predecessor.
anything.
Thank you. True. Thank you.
She's allowed to attack this freehold.
You may be more useful as a spotter here.
In a moment. I'm hoping for those 4 turns to give me a chance
To give you a chance to fire on her.
to fire, and I've got it switched to the homing device.
That's yeah.
Okay. The red caps turn around when they see her. And I want you to roll me a 1d10, please.
1.
The red caps, it's like a football crush. One of them tackles her and the others just start mobbing on top.
Oh my God.
You lose your target entirely.
Fuck.
But
Pros and cons.
True.
That's the
but
spirit.
there's definitely some like
Oh my God.
Pros and cons.
Holy shit. What the fuck is happening? Are we-
and that's
is
that's when
everyone
you
just gonna
see one of
die?
the red caps stand up
Episode
and he
50.
points towards Zister and he says, "Rush it!"
Goddamn red caps.
Sophia,
Still looking.
you don't find Mab yet. But you do find someone who is lying down on the ground. People are stepping over him in their attempts to either flee or to engage. But the only thing that's really significant about this body, more than the others who are unconscious on the ground, is that this one's missing his right arm.
He was there.
Brom,
Fuck me. Yep.
you see that the tank's cannon
Good. All right. I would, if John, depending on distance from this thing, I would like to use it. I would like to rush towards it, use the barrel to vault up onto the top of the tank, like a gymnast, like an 8-foot tall rock gymnast.
All right,
Yes.
well, the tank fires at you.
Okay, cool. Let's do that
So
first.
defend.
Plus
now,
2
here's
chips
the
to
thing.
hit.
Your Dragon's Ire technically lasts like 4 rounds.
Yeah.
We're going to make it the 4 rounds that count. Okay? Otherwise,
No,
it
no, I
sucks,
see. Yeah,
right?
no, of course, yeah.
So it will count for this round, and then it will start counting at this point. Okay? So the cannon is firing at you.
Yep.
It's going to have a hell of a time hitting you because it's not really designed for attacking one particular person. But if it does, you're in a world of hurt. Are you ready?
I am. It's plus 2 diff.
Yes, I know.
So I will, I guess, let you roll, and then I'll just dodge. Yeah. Yo, Kung Fu Fenris, if I could just like take my sword and like boo and just bounce it.
They miss you. The shell
Okay.
travels, and as it passes by you, you don't even have to step out of the way. It just,
Right.
And then smashes into the side of Westmount Square.
Oh no.
Every window shatters.
Can I tell if this is? Never mind. Never mind, it's chimerical. Yes.
But now the building is open, and half of the group starts rushing towards Zister, who was originally just guarding the door, looks up. Ferk. So you don't actually have to dodge this, so your Dragon's Ire isn't actually going to take place because this was a botch.
Oh, great.
Sophia.
Well, I can't lift him as I am air, and I don't particularly want to help him at this point in time. I have priorities.
It's talking about helping. What the hell?
I can't even kill him. Well, sorry, I don't want to use my limited amount of
Breathe
glamour
on him like really
killing him.
hard. No, that's fair.
So I'm just gonna make a note of where he is and keep going, and go like this.
Patches.
Air finger.
By the way, sorry. As you step about 4 steps further, you see 7. However, he's also chimerically dead. Next to, he steps away from where Talon was, and his arm is outstretched. Talus, not Talon. Arm is outstretched towards him as if he was trying to get to him, but he has failed as well. Patches.
All right. It's
You see the shell. You can feel it reverberate through the building.
It's a completely cocked up mess down there. There are non-combatants mixed in with those that were attacking the... As much as we can aim for targets, there's a high risk of hitting innocents.
Close
Inside.
your eyes. 1 breath. Name your priority.
Eloise.
Go. The red caps have started piling off her at this point. She seems to be none the worse for wear, but their momentary distraction means that she, in fact, can't react to the fact that now the freehold is completely open to attack. The red caps back away from her as she starts, like, she just has her arms out like this, still gagged, still can't speak.
I mean, I'm once again looking for a clear line of sight.
You're never going to get the clearest line, but
Yeah.
this is probably as good as it's
Okay.
going to get. As the red caps are like, whoa, I'm so...
Oh, sorry, milady.
My bag.
So this wouldn't count as any rounds of aiming?
It'll count as rounds as aiming, but this is a very distant shot. Like, this is more of a distance shot than when you were on top of Heart's Light. This is a long way
Yeah.
away. And the bullet's traveling almost straight down, so it's kind of got a different trajectory path.
Yeah.
So this is going to be counted as... normally the difficulty for firing here would be what, 6 for this weapon?
Standard difficulty is 6, yes.
Okay. Your difficulty here is going to only be 5. That's the best you get.
Okay.
That's because you've been considered to have been aiming for this time.
Okay. Great.
Is this a chimerical bullet
Yeah.
or a real bullet?
It's the homing. Yeah, so it's chimerical.
Okay.
No successes.
Oh, no.
I want you to roll me a die of luck.
7.
Okay. You do hit one of the red caps.
Oh.
Who steps in the way of your shot just as it's about to reach her. He doesn't notice.
You'll always know where that one red cap is at all times.
Can always kill that one red cap.
Kill him. Sorry.
I assume
You
that...
hear miss target.
the cord on my grappling hook isn't 13 stories long.
No.
Not yet.
Stretch it. Just keep stretching it.
Don't you have a change size? Can that change the length
Yeah,
of rope?
because I have one
What's
dot
the
of
deal with
glamour.
that?
Is that what it's worth spending it on?
Wow.
Not yet.
You may need to reposition to engage.
All right. Reposition. Try to get to the closest corner to where she is.
We can just send you down there.
I'm least injured of the group. Brom's gone down on his own. All right. Fuck ranged. Let's go melee.
Fuck range.
I, like flip up the little legs, shoulder my rifle, and start.
Duct tape a knife
Just
on
duct
the
tape a knife and bayonet time, bitches.
You know,
It's like a steak knife.
standard exercise, sort of trot running it to the doors into the elevator.
Granville just shakes his head and he points down. Ready?
All right.
And he grabs your wrist and just hucks you over the edge of the wall.
Oh, fuck.
Let's see if he succeeds.
That's a good bunk. No? Throw your target off a building?
Throw your lover off a building.
Oh, stop.
This is the kind of romantic shit that would be romantic if it was romantic, but it's not a
It's
romance.
like that time
Wait.
that Ember threw Ray
It's a bad
up onto the
romance.
building.
Oh.
He succeeds, so
Like a
Bam.
you rumble down, and then just in front of these broken glass doors, you can 3-point stand this.
Yeah.
Right onto the broken glass.
Doesn't fucking matter.
So as you
My knobbly
land,
knocker
just
knuckles don't
as
get
you land,
stabbed.
the shards of glass just raise up around you for a second and then drop.
You're so cool, Patches. Patches is so cool.
so hot right now.
And then when you look up, there's about a dozen people rushing your position. Scott,
Switch
Yeah.
to grappling hook.
I'm going to... So, dodge that bullet, shall
Nice.
I'm going to continue my trajectory, which is to use the barrel to sort of gymnast leap up onto the roof
okay,
of the tank.
yeah, that doesn't require a roll.
Oh,
You can get on
cool.
the tank.
Okay. From this new vantage point, before I do anything else, can I see Kyoko? Can I see Kyoko? Can I see Caliburn?
She's the only corpse I haven't found yet.
Wits?
Yeah.
Who says Mab's not a corpse yet?
Oh, God. That face. Oh, my God. She's done.
Wits perception difficulty 9.
What was that pool, John?
Oh,
Sorry.
Wits alertness difficulty 9.
Okay.
Don't forget your wound penalties.
Well, I never do. Botch.
Busted girl is double.
Back it up, boys.
Birkin. Hockey puck.
So as you stand up and you turn around to look to see if there's anybody out there who you can see,
Yeah.
the thing you don't notice is the porthole behind you opening and a knocker coming out, and you can feel a hand on your shoulder. You don't get to roll defense against this.
That's your only mirror.
Sure hope that ire's gonna be good, right?
Alright, you're gonna let's start rolling soak, yo.
Is this chimerical lethal damage?
How many points do you have?
Okay.
Not enough.
No successes?
It would be a botch if I could botch.
You can't botch this.
I know, but it would be. And it would be pretty bad, too.
4 lethal chimerical damage.
That's it.
Okay.
That's actually technically one below. So,
Brom.
I need to change my bet.
Brom.
Yeah.
You are chimerically dead.
Okay.
Gain temporary banality equal to half your permanent banality.
Rounded. This is actually incredibly important. And I'm sorry to make you do that. It's actually really important for me to
All
know.
right, let's find out.
Oh, guys.
Index.
Kung Fu Fenris, I actually should know by now not to trust my luck. And
That was just a really bad time to
Is-
botch, man.
how I met your mother.
That
no,
was
wait.
the second time
That's
I
how
died.
Again, I'm a little confused.
I'm gonna go pee. Get some more wine.
Wait, why are you leaving?
Yes. Go for it.
Yeah. Well, I can probably just leave the remainder of the... No, I'm kidding. No, but it's not
Damn it.
point.
Okay, so here's what you gain.
Kaiser, I know. And maybe one day I will. Maybe I'll be in a dream and I'll like dual wield some sweet shit. Oh, God.
Okay, this is important,
guys.
isn't it?
Yeah. I feel like there's probably a general rule for rounding up, rounding down. I've seen a lot of round up in the game, and I guess I want to...
I just want to make sure that I'm giving you the right amount here.
This is Jarek levels of dumb. Well, Kung Fu Fenris, there's only one thing in common between those two. Me.
And soon
You
the apple
get-
pie.
Half your banality rating rounded up.
Okay. So,
Does that put you past 10?
yeah.
Erase it
Sorry,
all.
puts me at 10.
At 10?
Yes.
Is it just at 10 or
Yes.
past 10?
At.
Okay.
Because actually, you're right. Yeah, my apologies. You're right. We should...
Because that changes some things.
Also, I mean, like, you don't die when you gain a
No.
dot of banality. Like,
No.
I mean, you also...
Don't die from an arrow to the knee.
I'm also technically dead anyway. Why
Why did you drop the swords? Yeah.
You know the answer to this. 50 episodes in, Aragwen, Kung Fu Fenris, you know the answer to that question.
If you gain more than 10 points of banality.
Woo!
So you're sitting on it. However, the mists are now starting to encroach upon your brain.
Well, I mean, I'm also chimerically dead. So.
Yes, but I mean, when you wake up,
Okay.
if your pool is higher than your glamour rating, you start to forget things.
Oh.
So
Oh no. Oh no. John, I don't want to go back there. Don't make me go back there, man.
Patches, you notice Brom getting... Now you finally see the tank as it's rolling. You see that Brom gets up on the tank. He turns in an effort to see if he can find his lost love and then joins her
Oh, God.
among the ranks of the dead.
Damn it.
You see just the tip of a blade just puncture right through, and then a knocker pushes him off the blade, and he falls off the tank.
I'm going to aim my rifle still in its grappling hook, and I'm going to try to aim the grappling hook in between some gears in the wheels to try to get it to jam
So the tank's
wheels.
still like 300 meters away. There's no way your grappling hook extends that far.
3 kilometers of rope.
Like, that's less than a kilometer, 300.
Oh, yeah. No, I know. I was just
Uh,
imagining like 3K worth of rope. Would be awesome. Earth.
Redcap's coming at me. I can't help him. I'm going to then just fire up and try to get myself up a level, just like one floor onto a balcony.
Like across the street?
Yeah.
Okay. That you can definitely use your grappling hook for.
Yep.
That doesn't even need a roll. You will vault up. So as they start rushing you, you
Yeah.
You're now across.
Yeah.
So this isn't Alexis Neon proper.
No, it's like
Small
one.
Square is
It's a
further
couple
down.
blocks away. Yeah, it's on Green.
So
Clark.
you're now across the street on
Yeah.
top of a roof that's about maybe 2 stories up.
Cool. I'm at top of one of the stores.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to then.
Coming from the east,
Yep.
riding a horse, you see a banner of green and gold trailing behind a lance that's set into the stirrup up high, and a figure in she plate racing down.
Just the one.
One.
Oh, Zeron. Oh, Zeron. Zeron even
No,
Radiant?
No, he's house.
Oh
Fiona.
no! Fuck! It's
Yeah.
red and silver.
Oh,
Red and silver.
okay.
Yeah, red and silver.
Red and silver. Shit!
Your crayons out. You're like coloring it.
It's like a Monty Python.
Yeah, and you're like trying to scrape the wax of the crayon off your page and try again. It's so bad.
I love
Sorry. Yeah.
They can be bros and hell
Sophia.
together.
Yes.
You notice Brom up on the tank, and you just see his mortal form fall off the side.
I'm still looking for Mab.
Nice.
Can't help him. Have no glamour, bud.
Okay, you
It's not
find
enough.
your lizard. Your lizard is currently being held by a childling, who couldn't be much older than 12 years old. A Selkie is holding it, and he's got his hands just cradling Mab to his chest, and he's trying to protect it away from a redcap and a knocker, who are currently drawn swords, and they're pointing at something that's on the ground outside of your sight. But he's protecting this and looking, trying to position it. They're not after him; they're after something on the ground.
But it's true.
I'd like to see
sorry.
what that thing
don't think
is,
I
I
can do anything
guess,
else.
that they're
There's something
after.
there.
Okay, roll me your perception alertness. Patches.
I am going to try to shoot some part of the tank to grind its wheels to a stop.
So
Or-
tanks are designed to be basically immune to small
Yeah.
arms fire.
Well, I thought my rifle was higher caliber.
Sure, but it's still small arms fire.
Okay.
Like it's
It's not
a high caliber
it's
will
not
be able to take out a truck, but this is a
Yeah, it's
tank.
sure it's a tank. It's not tank.
I have an
Anti-tank
idea.
rounds.
Character. I'm kidding. Sorry.
It's just a random dude in the mob.
And
It's like, oh,
Sarah.
However, you
the-
do have a better vantage point at Eloise. At this
Yeah.
point.
Okay, fine. Always it is.
What are you gonna do?
See if I can't get a clear line of shot.
Crosshair suggests this.
Yeah.
I would now like a shirt that
I
says
wanna
Ricochet
shoot,
is
like
a
right into the
bitch.
periscope. No. Yeah. Okay.
So
Try to get a shot towards Eloise.
Eloise turns
Mm-hmm.
and she looks up at you, so she's aware of your presence,
Mm-hmm.
and you're aiming the rifle at her.
Yeah. Look her dead in the eye. And then I are dead.
Is she close enough to hear me if I say something?
Is she close enough to hear you?
How about
Yes.
this?
Call off your troops. You aren't allowed to attack our freehold.
Seriously, like shoot her in the fucking face. Like shoot her in the throat.
Yeah.
And then she reaches into her sleeve, pulls out a small bag, and then just whirls it around her once.
I'm still aiming during this time.
Yep.
For what it's worth.
There was a werewolf.
There was a werewolf.
There
That
was
was
a werewolf
stressful.
fight at Beltane.
You can no longer see her as a fairy ring erupts around her.
Fuck! Quick, do your knocker curse. That worked last time.
Yeah,
Everybody
we aren't conscious of what the words are.
Shit!
We aren't. We don't know it. It's somewhere in our deep recesses of our minds.
God.
Shoot yourself in the head so that you curse it as you die.
Weirdness.
Go to sleep, I'll
weirdness,
find
you're
out when
correct.
you're
However,
busy.
so here's something.
Sorry.
Yeah.
To point out to weirdness. You're correct. The oath basically said, "Look, we're going to let you out, but you can't make a move on this." It said nothing about her attacking these three directly. It was about the spark.
And we also said the wording was, "We will let you leave."
Yes.
So it was not, "We'll never kill you."
Yes. So while it wouldn't
You
be a
wanted to leave that
violation
door.
of the oath for her to attack, for Patches to attack Eloise, it also wouldn't be a violation of the oath for Eloise to attack Patches. She just can't attack the spark.
Liz really wanted to leave that door open, hey?
Oh, yeah. I was like, yeah, sure, you can walk out. But as soon as you're out.
Fairy ring doesn't stop auto fire.
I mean,
More
I guess-
DACA? More
More
DACA.
I am
Patches.
the spark.
We're going to pause on you for a second.
Yeah.
For you,
I
It's-
rolled 1 success, 2 if it was a diff 6.
it's Fairlith.
Is she dead too?
No.
Oh.
She is currently trying to back away from these two. She's attempting cantrips, but the knocker keeps doing something to counterweave it.
Is the knocker speaking or is the knocker like does it
She's
seem to be a
using her
cantrip?
hands. There are ways to prevent cantrips from going off.
Yeah, if you have hands. What happens if you don't have hands?
Fuck.
Take out
All
my
right,
knife.
you figure that out. Patches.
oh my god! So evil.
Can I shoot as I see her starting to disappear?
Sorry?
Can I shoot as I see her starting to disappear?
Yes, it's going to be at a slightly higher difficulty,
Yeah.
but you can. What I will point out is that for a... Where the fuck is this?
Why did you
For
come
a
across
fairy
Fairly?
ring.
Yeah.
Where was Fairly?
Oh, there's there are people advancing on her.
Oh, okay.
A knocker and
But
someone else.
You don't have map yet, right? Because it's with the...
No, there's a mab with the childling.
Got it.
And a knocker and a
So this would
Okay.
be considering...
Yeah.
You can fire because you were aiming. It's going to be at a higher difficulty. After that, you can't... I mean, as much as
No.
I know that...
After that, it's done for.
Well, after
Yeah.
that, you could fire into it,
Yeah.
but then you trigger the curse. It's considered violating the fairy ring.
Right.
So you can fire this one though. You can get a shot
Okay.
off before it finally settles. So
What's the difficulty then? Because
you
My-
get no benefits from aiming.
it
So your
cancels
difficulty
it.
is 7.
Okay, so it goes up 1.
Yeah.
2, 3, 5 successes.
Okay.
Wow.
Roll your damage, please. And this is a chimerical round.
Yes. Any threshold successes?
Oh, well, technically she can't defend because she was casting a cantrip. So your threshold successes is the amount of successes you rolled minus 1.
So 4.
Go
Mm-hmm.
ahead.
Nice. A lot of dice.
She does, however, get to roll her soak. So, there's that.
She ain't wearing no sheep plate, though. Actually, she might be. I can't remember.
She's
4
not wearing sheep plate, but she is wearing
successes.
armor.
Okay.
4 successes. Okay, you hear a thunk, so you know you hit your target, but you can't see the effect.
Yeah.
You're positive she's not dead,
Yep.
but you are positive you hit her. So you did do some damage, but the amount you can't see because now the fairy ring is erected.
All right, I'm going to switch my targets to the red caps that have been surrounding her.
Okay, so then the red caps look up and they
Uh-oh.
drop. Some of them start running, but they're running towards the freehold. The others turn around and they raise their guns and pointing at you. They are not wielding chimerical weapons. They're wielding real weapons.
They showed up with real weapons.
Yo, that shit's fucked up. Yikes. I mean,
Americans, right?
How many? Oh,
Shouldn't have said that. Anyway, Sophia.
How many are pointing at me?
4.
Okay.
Sophia.
I'm just checking something. Sorry.
I deserve to go into the corner for that.
That would be.
I mean,
I definitely do.
John's kind of in a corner already, so you know.
Actually, yeah, I kind of am. Okay, we'll come back to Patches. Thing is, chimerical pistols are very hard to get a hold of. They don't really exist.
Yeah.
They're knocker treasures.
Yeah.
So if they wanted a gun, it has to be a real one.
Yeah. I guess like tradition, like Fey tradition, kind of demands a lot of like medieval, not demands
It's not
medieval
even just
combat,
that.
but like hard to make.
They wouldn't have been able to fire these weapons in Terranar anyway. In the Dreaming, a normal gun doesn't work.
Then why would they have them?
That's a very good question.
Oh shit! Okay,
There's their sidearms, the everyday carry.
sure, but like,
EDC.
sure.
EDC on the CCW.
Oh, yep.
I'm just gonna
It's gonna pop one.
pop one.
Well, I am AOF, all out of fucks. I'm just
I assume standard difficulty.
Difficulty now is standard. Yes.
pop one. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh please, Talus is the one who used crossbows in this game.
Yeah. Yeah, now nobody wants to anymore.
Successes.
Okay, well he's gonna try to dodge, but his difficulty is very high because obviously he can't dodge. He's not fucking Neo.
Yet.
No.
Who's
no
polite?
successes. So your threshold
5.
successes is 4.
5.
Well, you rolled how many successes?
6.
Oh, sorry, then it's 5. Sophia.
Can I invoke the weird?
Yeah, of course you can.
I would like to do that.
Yeah, of course you can.
I'm going to be spending my imbalanced willpower to do so.
Yes, of course you can.
Thought so.
Oh.
Spider-Man.
Oh, thanks, Erwin.
Wow.
Spider-Man.
Wow. 1 damage.
1 damage?
Ow!
Yeah, on all these dice.
Sucks, I'm sorry. So you managed to wing him.
13. 13
He's got like a
dice,
sweet
1
like
success.
trail of blood down his cheek or whatever.
Okay. So this is what's going to happen. For the duration of this scene, you may not cast cantrips. You must unleash.
Wait. Oh, is this the Bedlam?
Yeah, this is after your cantrip that you're doing now, or invoking the weird. So,
Oh.
however, unleashing is only going to cost what it would have cost if you had tried to cast a cantrip normally.
The whole reason I was doing this was to be able to cast cantrips, though.
Just to cast cantrips?
Yeah.
Why would you need to? What was it for? Oh, so that you could...
So that I could actually do things, because if everything is chimerical, then I don't have to spend the point of glamour to do it.
All right. Oh, that's fair enough, because you're invoking the weird.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Otherwise, like, oh. Supreme power.
Put him up. Put him up. Hey, look, unleashing can be awesome
Yeah.
if you do it good.
All right.
I hear you. I hear
Yeah. I don't.
Okay. Let's go with this instead.
you.
Regain all of your glamour.
Okay.
At this point, for the duration of your imbalance, you function as a freehold for the purposes of others regaining glamour. Changelings and Chimera can sense you easily and will seek you out to replenish themselves. Malicious creatures or Cathane may decide to take her to become their own personal well of glamour.
Great.
Anytime you spend glamour during this threshold, you're going to gain 1 nightmare.
Cool.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
You don't have to spend the glamour
so-
to cast your cantrips.
So this is what happens.
Great.
Nice.
The Redcaps look up at you, Patches, and they are about ready to fire.
Yeah.
And then imagine a shaft of pure, dazzling light.
I always do.
And it centers directly upon your position.
A gust
and
of wind.
radiates outwards. The Redcaps are distracted by this, so they're still firing at you, but their difficulty is much higher. So let's find out how much of a pain this is going to be. Okay, so
Oh, these bullets are
first
such a
one
pain.
misses. The second one hits you. Third one misses. Fourth one misses. So you're taking one shot.
Do I have any opportunity to dodge?
No, because you spent your
Okay, we've never gone into initiative, so
yeah. But
Yeah.
it's also a firearms. Like there's
Cool.
not really much.
Diff
The thing
nine.
is, their difficulty to hit you because you're in a superior
Yeah.
position is
Yeah.
higher.
You have the higher ground.
I do.
I have the high ground.
Okay, take one real damage. You
I
can't soak real damage, real lethal damage, unless you are wearing.
it's chimerical only armor apparently.
No.
So one real damage.
No. What the fuck is happening?
All right.
Okay. So, I would like to start by casting Dance of the Five Kings.
Sounds important.
To become master of a bunch of elements, because I think what we have around us, there are some trees because we're near Westmount
Yes.
Square. Is there there's no fountain near
There's no
there, is there?
fountain.
Okay, there's no fountain. Any earth?
I mean, there's earth where the trees are planted.
All right, cool. So there's earth. Probably no fire because why would there be? Okay, so I have plants and I have. Oh no, actually, no. I think it's just earth. Oh, any
Air.
elemental manifestations. So
Earth, air.
yeah.
I'm sure there's fire hydrant. I don't know if you need it to be currently flowing water in order to receive it.
Oh, and stone. I can use stone too.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Well, let's do this thing. I'm gonna try to bring the stone up and entrap both of the changelings together. So like create like a massive vice holding their hands to their sides. Just
Okay. How many? Okay, so roll
That was pretty
your
funny, actually.
roll your cantrip, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, Scott.
This is going to be a nature cantrip for the purposes of. Oh no, you're attacking an individual.
Yeah.
So it's Fey.
Cool.
Patches.
Gonna aim at another one of the red caps.
Okay. I should warn you that
Yeah.
now they're no longer distracted.
Okay, so they'll have a higher chance of hitting me?
Yes.
And it's just like a standard like metal prong sort of balcony. It doesn't have any significant amount of cover to provide.
I mean, well, it
But
has
no,
cover.
I'm on the top of a building.
Yes. So you will have cover, but just if you pop up to shoot, they can potentially try to shoot at you. You have a better chance of hitting one of them, sure, but there's four of them.
Okay, I'm gonna
Fire from tanks engines. Good call.
back like out of like line of sight for them along the length of the roof and try to start climbing onto like another building while I'm out of their line of sight.
Where are you trying to go?
Up the street, down the street, to find another group of assailants.
Okay, so there's east and west. If you head east, you're headed in the direction of Brom and the tank. If
Okay.
you head west, you're headed in the direction of the horse.
I'm headed towards Brom the tank. I guess I'm gonna focus on the spark sort of thing. Yeah.
Okay. So you are going to start moving along. The red caps lose you and they can't fire at you.
4 successes.
4 successes. The asphalt just like comes up in a wave and presses the two of them together.
You earthbend?
Yes.
Badass.
It's so you can either choose to pin them or cause damage. One of the two.
Pin them.
Okay. So
I wouldn't mind knocking them out. Damn it.
Wouldn't mind hurting them.
So it comes up on either side, and you can see that they're now enclosed in this sort of volcanic-esque imitation of the asphalt. Fairless staggers to her feet.
It does, Eric, when it costs 1 glamour, 1 willpower to invoke the weird.
Right.
Are you hurt?
You can see the same hurt that she had the last time you saw her.
Okay. Go inside. There's someone who will help you.
Between you and her is the field of battle.
Okay. Could I... Oh, I tripled the duration of this. I used time. So I don't know what that means because it didn't have any indication on how long it lasts otherwise. So
But whatever it is.
Incidentally, your clothing is like whipping around you because you're made of air, and you are also a beacon of glamour.
sounds like a plan.
Everyone knows who you are now.
No, my
Just
name.
how Sophia
fuckers.
likes it.
I wouldn't mind commanding a huge gust of air to separate the two groups and make a path so she can get to the door.
I mean, if you run through the groups, you are the gust of air.
I'm still the gust of air?
Yeah.
Oh.
You're the gust of air for like 30 minutes, aren't you?
Yeah, I thought 30 minutes had passed. I mean, Brom died.
No.
So what just happened?
It's been like
two.
2 minutes.
Oh my God. 2:59. Oh, are you going to do it too?
I might.
Do it.
So if you run through the group, that would potentially knock them away, in which case you could create a path.
Okay, so I look at Fairlith and I look at the Childling. I say, follow me.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Hey, Scott.
Yeah.
Roll me a die to see if the childling's on one side or the other.
Don't make me roll for a kid, John. Okay. You got a 10?
Okay. So as he runs, you notice that he beckons to allow Fairlith to go first.
Oh, that's nice.
So you're charging through. Can you roll me a dexterity brawl
Ugh.
at a difficulty of 4?
This is not good.
Because she's made of wind, and you know that's sweet. No, you got this.
Patches.
Oh,
Along the roof, trying to get closer to the spark, I guess. Try to figure out a good
Real
vantage
tense.
point to settle down in.
To just start firing at the
Yeah.
at the assailants. Okay. Okay. At that point, then, if you're just trying to find a nice hidden place to
Yeah.
start popping up and taking shots,
Yeah.
that's not an issue.
Okay.
What I want you to roll is I want you to roll me your wits firearms at a difficulty of 6.
I'm sorry.
And that's going to be the number of rounds that you'll be able to fire from that position
Okay.
until you have to move again.
Two successes.
Okay. So
2 rounds.
you're going to be able to fire twice without anybody noticing exactly where you are. So you're safe for 2
Okay.
rounds. Sophia.
3 successes.
Okay. So you are pushing your way through the crowd, and it's enough to protect 3 people. So Fairlith and the Selkie managed to make it through, and just as they're starting to reach the doors, you see a huge gout of flame. And Incisor is striding out to the front of these broken windows. She has on her back a massive tank. And she's just spreading fire left and right
Oh my
across,
God.
trying to drive people back. She's laughing.
Sounds about right.
That's terrifying, man.
Let's see if she sees you.
I burned to death.
Perfect.
All right. Roll up a new
Okay,
character.
roll up a new one. I'd like to be a tall rock troll.
She stops the flame for a second, and as you run through, you can feel the heat just singe the tiny little hairs that you might have on the back of your neck, but you do manage to make it through alongside your 2 charges until you move past her and she starts firing again. The horse is now at the end of the 2 rounds where you managed to take a couple of shots, which is enough to start like causing some confusion because you're now flanking the enemy. The horse and its rider, the lance down, starts moving forward, and you can hear Zeron's voice saying, "Where is the fallen Duchess?"
Oh, shit. Hey.
As you're moving further past, I'm waiting for your...
Should I make some shots at people, or
I'm
what are
assuming
you
your shots
expecting?
succeed.
Okay.
You're just firing into the enemy at this point.
I'm just trying to decide if it's worth invoking the weird or not, if there are cantrips that are worth my casting.
Okay. Sophia,
Sounds good.
as you pass through, the next thing that you see is the shell that blew apart some of the Chimerica wall has also blown into the elevator shaft. So there's an opening that leads down into the basement.
Balls.
However, no one's breached the line yet. Zister and Incisor, alongside some others, have done an admirable job of trying to hold people away from it. But it's the basement now no longer needs you to go up and down. You could get into it from this chimerical wall itself.
Fuck. Okay. When I'm in the lobby with Fairlith and the Childling, I look to Fairlith and I'm like, get upstairs, find Dr. Saley, she'll help you. Keep them both safe. And I look at the Childling and I get down and I take its hands, if it will let me. Her name is Mab. You take care of her, okay?
She sounds lovely.
She's beautiful.
Fairlith takes the child and pulls her close and wraps her silver cloak around him as they move into a stairwell.
Okay.
Then, opening from the stairwell, you see Ramsia. Ramsia is walking forward, and she has just a cloud of concentration across her face, and her eyes seem so distant. She's muttering something, and you can see that her form is growing a little bit indistinct. And then she looks up at you, and she reaches out her hand.
I will go to her.
I have help from afar to banish those who should not be here. Name those who should stay.
Oh boy.
Write a list.
Yes,
Good Lord,
don't
write
let me
that
forget
list
anyone,
down,
okay?
Liz.
Okay, so Sophia Braun Patches.
You know what? Write a list.
But
Patches.
actually, though.
Dear God.
I am going to craft I'm going to cast smoke and mirrors.
Okay.
Using the Lonely Lane, so scene 3.
Okay.
So on the whole area. And I am going to be I'm going to sort of appear at one rooftop, disappear, appear at another one, trying to sort of, as my bunk, sort of be like appearing at different vantage points as I'm casting this. So I'm going to take a couple of rounds to do this.
Okay.
And I am still plotting exactly what the I want. Where are my realms? The rocks and the metal of the signposts to start bending and look like they're melting, and craft it such that more and more chimera seem to be appearing, flooding into this
the melee?
street, into the melee, and also make it look like they're all people, commoners as well, that are confused, that are trying to figure out what's going on, that are being shocked and amazed at all these chimera.
So you're taking several rounds to do this
Yeah.
by popping up in various locations.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that that's a level 4 bunk. Please assemble your pool.
Yeah.
Sophia.
Wow.
Could I ask somebody to look this over?
That's a long ass list, man.
Oh. Alnek and Cog.
Ramsia.
I think I put Ramsia down.
We have a lot of NPCs, John.
You
Hope you got
do.
'em.
But I'm relying on the fact that the pressure's on here.
Fair. Ooh. well. I don't see anything missing.
Okay.
Anyone, sorry.
Okay.
But
Is this the list you state? The chat can't help you now.
I mean, look, I think so. That's
yeah.
Side, little one.
I said
Yes.
if applicable.
There's a couple that are like maybe he won't count because they're not people, right?
Yeah.
So, like, we'll see. But
I'd rather name too many people.
I agree. It's a long
I wrote
ass
down
list.
all of our corpses, guys. Don't worry.
So many corpses.
So many corpses.
Sophia. Mab, the lizard. Brom. Patches. Fairlith, Morwen. Lenore. Queen Mab. Skane, Seven. Kyoko. Claude. Zister. You didn't spell Zister correctly. I'm afraid it doesn't count.
Wow.
That's his
wow.
story with his Z.
ZISTOR.
ER.
Oh,
Doesn't matter.
I wrote ER?
Doesn't matter.
That's silly.
Incisor. Ramsia. Saley. Porrick. Little One and Scythe, if applicable. Granville. Zeron. Eloise. Clank.
That's a good fucking
Talus.
answer.
Fala. Caliburn and Whisper. Alnek. Cog.
Feel good.
Look, it's really possible that I've forgotten someone important, and if so, I apologize. Chat, it's the best I could do. It's more stressful than making a party list.
Ramsey?
I wrote Ramsia.
Good. Just checking.
Yeah, she's right there.
She disappeared.
Jesus Christ, don't scare me like that.
Find them all.
Oh.
And then these red patches appear in, not patches. It's not like a little tiny patches. Hello.
Hello.
I've got a little gun. Pew pew pew. These red strips of ribbon appear in your hands.
I hand one to each.
Right. need to protect them as best I can.
I bring them to you.
Place the ribbons as best you can.
Okay, I'm heading out.
Okay. Patches.
Six successes. So that'll last a while. A week. Or until I decide it to
What the fuck are you
Just
doing?
melting signs everywhere. People are like, "Oh, it's really bad traffic today."
Okay.
Oh, it's Montreal.
so it's only visible to those who can see
You
Chimera.
feel that the ribbons in your hand, I'm going to get to you in a second. You feel that the ribbons in your hand don't need to be physically placed so much as you can will them onto something, which means that you can easily will them onto people who you know where they are. It's less easy for you to will them on somebody who you haven't seen. Kyoko hasn't been seen. Neither has Caliburn, if that is indeed a person. But that hasn't been seen. As you are casting the cantrip, so now the roads start to even act against the combatants themselves. With Incisor and Zister doing their best to protect the entries to the spark, there's now a rumbling, and the first thing that happens is the tank reverses and just starts going right back from where it came.
Oh shit! Shit!
So it's heading
Fuck outta
east
here.
away.
Yeah.
I would really like to make a spike out of the earth and drive it up through the tank and render it broken.
Well, that's an interesting thing you can try to do if you want.
I would really like to try to do that.
Go ahead and try.
Please impale somebody on it by accident. That's awful.
Patches.
Yep.
So many songs.
Could you roll me? Patches, I want you to roll me manipulation intimidation. You are essentially rolling for your illusion.
Good.
Now, hold on, I haven't told you what the difficulty is yet.
Well, I got a 1, a 9, 2 zeros, a 2, and a 3. So I assume as long as it's 9 or less.
All right, well then, yeah, 2 successes. But you are going to double your zeros.
Yeah, because you invoked the. Oh no!
No, I didn't.
No, you
No,
did not.
but
Never
because
mind.
she's using a cantrip to help it out,
Right.
so I'm giving her that. All right. Let's see if they break rank.
break, rank,
That'd be good. Break. Rank.
break, rank.
Wait.
Everybody starts to look around. The fighting starts to settle a bit. Like there's still some. And then people start pulling away. Zeron, by the way, is just slamming his lance back and forth, trying to keep people away. But he's circling the fairy ring. Two successes.
I'd be right there with you, Zeron.
So you managed to spike up the tank. One of its treads is still touching the ground, and it's trying, so it's eventually going to get free, but you've definitely stopped its progress.
Great. Take some fire, send it in through the sides of the tank, and burn everyone inside. Great.
Sounds like a war crime. Just want to put that out there
We're
real
at
quick.
war.
Patches.
Oh my god.
People are starting to disperse slightly.
Don't
I
write
want
that
you to
down.
roll me your wits alertness, please.
No successes.
No successes?
No successes.
At difficulty 6?
Mhm.
Okay. You still don't see Kyoko. I want you to roll me your wits perception?
Perception alertness.
Sorry, wits alertness.
Wits
please.
alertness.
Scott, roll me a dive luck, please.
Yes.
Thanks, friend.
10.
Okay.
That's extra unlucky.
They don't trample you on their
Sophia,
running
you
away.
don't see Kyoko.
You don't just step on your head.
You do, however,
No.
notice that as people are starting to separate, a trampled trench coat lying in the gutter close to the sidewalk.
I go to it. Throwing ribbons on people that were on my list on the way.
Like Spider-Man? Like,
Yeah.
you're just like,
Whip, whip, whip.
Yep.
yeah.
Web bomb. Web bomb.
Web bomb.
Trip mine. Oh my gosh. Trip mines taking
When
down
you,
jetpacks.
when
Sorry.
you
All right.
lift the trench coat,
Yeah.
the beacon of light that surrounds you changes from gold, and then a swirl of green and silver and red join it. Sophia, you are currently armed with Caliburn and Whisper.
And I have one melee.
my coat.
Get ready to die.
Yeah, 2 fucking big ass swords.
Patches.
Oh.
As the streets start to close in, and as this like avatar of glamour lifts Caliburn into the air,
Jesus.
you see that people are looking around, and someone said the enchantments are too much, and everybody bolts away. So everyone's in retreat currently.
What's up with Fairy Ring?
Nothing's changed.
I keep thinking of the Grand Best Inn, and that's the wrong place. The castle we were at is
Terranar.
Terranar. Thank you.
Could go to the Grand Best.
Hello.
Hello.
Inhabitants of the Terranar are welcome to seek refuge in the Spark. All others who dare will learn how it got its name.
Okay.
I want to keep like stomping the earth to like make the ground under the fleeing people fly up so they're thrown further away.
Okay, that's just petty.
Yes. I'm feeling petty.
I'm going to be basically training my gun on the sort of lobby of the Westmount Square, and if anyone that I assess as an attacker makes their way in, I'm gonna pop
Gonna
them.
hold it?
Now, are you at this point
Are you going to?
holding Caliburn while you're doing this?
Well, I don't have any scabbards, and I'm holding both of them, so
I
I'm
mean,
probably.
you have a scabbard, you have the
A
trench coat.
Oh,
So you
I got
could
built-in
not
scabbards,
draw
baby.
the sword if you don't want to.
but the two sword. I have two swords.
Well, yeah, there are
Two
two
hands.
swords in the trench coat. I'm asking, do you currently have Caliburn? I don't care about Whisper right now.
Ouch.
Do you currently have Caliburn in your hand while casting these cantrips?
Sure.
Okay.
She's probably not even thinking
A
about it at this point, but I'm
spiral.
sure.
A rippling spiral of just churning earth and stone
Okay. like
around you
she
as just everybody blown out on either side,
Whoa.
leaving the street completely bare. At this point, by the way, there's police sirens like everywhere.
Fair enough. The mists will wipe their
But
minds.
there's now like you've created a crater around you. So inside this crater is
Hello.
the fairy ring, but no one is approaching the spark. Everybody is fled. I should point out that Kyoko's body is not anywhere to be seen. Brahms is, and there's a couple, and there are
Oh
a
my
couple of
God.
others that are on the ground. People who couldn't leave because they were already chimerically dead.
like Talus and Seven.
Oh, is Talus still there?
Where would he go?
I threw a ribbon on him, so he was on my list.
All right.
Doesn't mean you can't leave, though.
Okay,
can't,
so
he's
you are
dead.
now
Good point.
alone with you're now alone with Patches, Zeron, and the fairy ring, along with Zister and Sizer, who are now all sporting ribbons.
Reload my rifle.
Okay. Zeron steps off of his horse, and he leaves the lance in the stirrup. He has blood on him. It's not clear whether it's his or someone else's. And he flips off his helmet and just drops it onto the ground. And he kneels outside the fairy ring with his sword just stretched across his lap. And his eyes have the same look that Sophia's have right now. But it's just his eyes, not his whole body like hers.
Maybe. I don't know if I can control my illusion after it's been cast, because I'd like to just have it dissipate to the edges
Yeah,
of
you can do that.
the effect. Great.
Mr. Zeron, are you going to wait?
How long can someone stay inside a fairy ring?
Days.
It depends on how powerful the fairy ring is.
And can they get themselves away from within it?
No. She said, lying. They probably could if they had Wayfarer, but you know.
Specifically, the fairy ring will last.
The longest it could last is a week. It looks like.
Okay, yeah.
We can set up shifts.
Oh no. Sorry,
Lasts
I was
until
looking at the wrong
next
thing.
sunrise.
The next sunrise.
Oh, that's
But
easy.
she could continually cast it.
Hmm?
You know, we get smaller each time.
Just a foot. Just
Oh my god. Ow, ow, ow.
Hey, if I deal enough damage to that foot, that's how it works.
That's
in
how hit
video
points work,
games,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
She's been responsible for all of this.
Or at least involved enough to be left as the one leading the charge on today's events.
She led no charge here. She wouldn't be able to.
No.
Eloise, your mob has fled. You're all alone. Come out. We can kill you.
Shh, keep that down.
There's no answer from inside.
Whatever your cause was, it's lost. You've lost.
Your Highness, you forbade me once from exacting justice. Do you do so a second time?
I will not. I made you a promise that when the time came, it would be you.
He stands up and he looks up to. Are you? I guess you're still on top of the buildings.
I guess so.
Hey.
You mentioned a crater, so I wasn't sure where I ended up. She's like,
You're
I get
certain. You're certain that she's cowering inside here.
Last saw her disappearing inside of this. I don't know where she could be beyond there.
Defend me from your friends. Do not let them lay a single hand or single spell on me as I depart this place. Under your aegis, this I command, your Duchess, your Queen. And you can feel the force of Sovereign rocket out towards Zeron.
Wait, can I
Wait.
hear that one more time?
Yeah,
It
I thought
means
it was
something different now. I thought it was
saying
Zeron
it.
saying
Yeah.
it. More time.
Defend me from your friends.
Bitch.
Oh shit.
Allow me, basically, defend me from your friends. Don't let them lay a single finger on me or a single spell as I make my escape. I command you, your duchess, your queen.
Oh, your queen. Oh.
Ugh.
And incidentally, Sovereign is spirit, not letter, so it's not like, oh, but bullets are okay. Like,
I do not have Fave 5. Kung Fu Fenris, what I can... You're Fave 5, right?
You guys bought that up, right? I wish you could read like
Zeron's forehead starts showing a sheen of sweat.
Ericwin's right. Can Sovereign stop an oath?
Sovereign can Sovereign stop an oath?
Can it?
That's a very good question.
Let's find out.
A sheen of sweat breaks out on his forehead. But
Okay.
he stands fast. It's not going to work on me, but you two, at any point, she could force either of you to turn on me.
I'm going to grab a bunch of gravel from the ground and make my own fairy ring.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's let the commoner get fucking Sovereign.
Well, she's on the top of a building. I can't include her in my circle. Patches, come on.
I'm going to cast a cantrip. I just have to figure out which one I should cast.
Lots of different
It's
ones.
just 2 fairy rings. You can't see them. It's just
The
like...
fairy ring specifically shields her from magic as well.
Yeah, but it like if I cast something on myself.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Great. I'm going to step back from the ledge so that I don't have line of sight to the ring for a second and create an effigy of myself.
Okay.
And like it can only do one simple action over and over again. So the plan for it is to stand at the edge of the edge of the
I know, I was hoping you would...
the building and
Aim.
aim its
Yeah.
totally non-real
Okay.
gun.
Roll your effigy.
Chimerical target.
That's like exactly what that is for. I feel like that
Yeah.
works really well. Yeah.
I'm a fae.
Ooh, instead of writing invisible before, I wrote invincible.
If
That was
only.
a typo.
Wow.
2 successes.
Okay. So there's an effigy. It's
It will
great.
last for a minute.
It's aiming.
Meanwhile, I want to shuffle off to another building and creep up and just have my little scope watching the fairy ring, assuming I'm not too late.
It's quiet.
What can I do? What can I do? What can I do?
The asphalt underneath Brom disappears.
It's entirely.
Brom's body drops out of sight.
What?
God, I hope Kyoko's been tunneling.
Has somehow come back to life and been tunneling and like
It would be extremely unlikely that Kyoko could be awake. It would
Yeah.
take 12 hours for Brom to wake up.
And
Hopefully it's
yet,
Oh.
tunneling. Every day.
dimension
tunneling.
door, portal passage.
Yep.
I mean, I wouldn't
They
be
have one of
surprised,
those here.
honestly, Erwin.
You know what?
Honestly,
Story time after the game.
happens all day every day.
You start seeing that some of the powder being used on the outside of the rings just starts to shrink into itself. until it fails, revealing that there's no one inside the circle. What do you do?
Where, probably?
Oh.
Ooh.
I want to just take Whisper and like basically unnecessarily slash my way out of my own fairy ring and slash through the air of where she was. Just in anger. This is just an outburst of anger. Like when Aragorn kicked the helmet and went, it's like that.
And Viggo Mortensen broke his toes.
Exactly. But Sophia did
shit's
not break her toes.
crazy.
But it's kind of the same thing.
Okay.
Mordecai.
Patches. Do you also have anything that you wish to do? Like, do you want to start firing into the circle, potentially hitting Zeron or Sophia?
No.
So
Doesn't
much
sound like a
anger.
good thing to do. I don't know.
Mhm.
That's where I'm at. That's where Patches is at.
Yep. Fair.
I guess I'm going to make my way along the rooftops to get a better point of view to where Brom rolled away into a hole to see if I can see down into the hole that he disappeared into.
You see down into the sewers. You do not see Brom. Brom, however, does have a ribbon on him, I should point out.
Oh, good.
Or at least I assume that you put one.
Yeah, I went.
Oh, great. Make my corpse easier to identify when I turn up in the St. Lawrence.
What's Zeron doing in response to this?
He's just staring at where the ring was. This sort of like vague fury on his face, but
Perception alertness to see if I can see someone moving in the
sewers?
vicinity or
Okay,
the
go for it.
sewers.
are you poking your head down into the sewers or are you staying up?
Hang up.
Okay.
Don't follow the little boat.
Oh, fuck. Yes, it's now just the plot of it.
2 successes.
I'm down.
Okay.
No.
We don't see anything. The tank is now slowly managing to get away.
I'm not going to dispel the. I'm not going to dispel the illusion for a very I may leave it up for the whole week.
I want to have one last angry outburst and send a blast of air to flip the tank over and over and over on itself.
Okay. That's fine. You don't have to roll that.
Cool. It's like.
It flips over and it's funny. Whoa.
Yeah.
Gonna find a escape ladder, fire escape.
That's when you start hearing chong, 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 as these massive footsteps, similar to the ones that Zister was making in his chimerical exoskeleton, start approaching.
Turn in the direction of
Yeah.
steps.
Me
steps.
too.
They're trying to make their way over the crater that you created.
Can I see from my vantage point?
There are 12 knockers in exoskeletal suits who are currently trying to make their way over the crater. They stop one by one, and then you see a door on one of the chests of the exoskeleton just opens up, and a scissor arm comes out with a tiny little circle on the end, which then irises open into a megaphone.
Awesome.
And you hear, anyone with swirls on their faces and treachery in their hearts, your weapons on the ground now, by order of the Grand Bess Din. Stomp, and they all start moving in. They're now in a wedge formation as they start mustering through. Any of you who've dared to go against our Diane and join a revolution might as well just pull their own dick holes out through their esophaguses right
Ew.
the furk now. Stomp, stomp.
Is there
stomp.
anyone around except for them?
God, no.
You
So late.
Batlands are so barking late.
And then they stop, and the one in the center exoskeleton he's a knocker who is completely bald, except for one tuft of hair that's coming out from the center and radiates back. It would almost be a mohawk if it looked like it was actually styled that way, but it really just sort of looks like he burned all the hair off on the sides of his head. Oh, so you mean that when we went to New York after we found out from Clank that this was happening, we had to figure out where you all landed. Do you know how long it takes to get these things over?
Now they're dispersed across Cross's shadow, or will have made their way back to New York, or will have made their way back to wherever the hell they came from. They're gone.
Identify yourself.
Get fucked.
And that's when
Wow.
this big fucking like Gatling gun-esque thing just rises out of its shoulder and
I was the only knocker in there. We got out. Happened to take everyone with us.
your name. What's your fucking name? And it starts to spin up.
Exterminate. Getting a lot of dogs.
Patches, Steward of the Spark, Defender of that fucking
He turns
not
back.
best in
Taranar?
Taranar.
Got it. Nailed
It's fine.
Defender of the Crown. What I'll say.
She's one of the good ones.
it. Nice.
And then you see a tiny little like latch kind of goes click and like bounces off.
Oh.
Click, bounces off. So the door is just slightly ajar as this knocker continues to march down the side of the crater. So the flap is just going
flap, flap, flap.
Wait, they got their intel from Clank?
I'm as confused as you are on that front.
turns. And then if an exoskeleton can perform a bow, this one does so as gracefully as any she you've ever seen. And it descends onto one knee, which of course like causes a big rumble and like ruptures the asphalt behind underneath it. Your Highness, I'm fused to Whirliger.
What was that?
Fuse to Williger.
Terwilliger. Terwilliger.
Fucking great name.
GGR. It would have to be a double G.
GR to Williger.
Two of our Diane have been put into custody. One, I believe, is in yours. The Grand Bestin does not approve of this revolution against the crown.
Someone who claimed to be a representative of the Grand Bestin caused irreparable damage today. How will this be rectified?
By doing what we do best. And we'll build this peace once more if we have to.
I want to just lift using air. Whoosh, clank unceremoniously at their feet. Dump her there.
Where is Clank? I thought you kept her up on the
Oh,
roof.
is she? Oh, shoot! I thought she was one of the ones on the ground. Okay, never mind.
I mean, she's 14 stories up. You could whoosh her all the way down.
Oh, can I whoosh her all the way down?
Might really fucking hurt.
You actually never saw her. So
Damn
Oh,
it!
that's
Yeah.
true.
You
All right.
actually don't know where she is.
All right.
currently.
Brom could.
No.
Oh.
Speaking of which, now that I know who they are and what they are, I'm going to make my way down to the ground level. Down a
Secure the
fire escape.
perimeter. Anybody who swears fealty to the crown immediately gains access. No one else. And the other knockers start moving around on the outside of the crater.
I'm going to head down into the sewer.
Do we have your assurance now that the Grand Bestin will help us rebuild the spark?
My sister would let that happen.
Bye.
Sister will let that happen.
At the moment, we have to clean our own house. It would seem that there's been a measure of sedition.
All claiming to be in the name of the Grand Bestin.
Imagine what would have happened had they succeeded. They would have had the power of the entire crown of Taranar behind them. They could take us over in a second.
Exactly.
Well, good thing they didn't succeed. I'm not proud of what my so-called compatriots have done, but they've been disbarred. We'll find them. We'll make each and every one of them pay.
I would like a report on the traitors and how they were dealt with. There needs to be more communication between the Grand Bestin and the Crown. These plots cannot be allowed to continue.
It is our understanding that these Dayan who have been compromised have been working alongside other members. King Melge.
He's dead.
There was someone who tried to warn us. It was too late. She was killed. We owe her.
Yes. You do. We have her here. Will you re-enchant her? Thank you.
Incidentally, Brom's still gone.
Yeah, I'm descending into the sewer.
You can call them back at any point. Ramsey had gave you that assurance. He is marked with a ribbon. Unless you want to go into the sewer.
Oh, I don't know what the ribbons are
That's
about,
true.
so I'm going into the sewer.
Fuck yeah.
Excuse me. Sir Zaron?
I'm just still.
I'm kind of like nodding at him to follow and trying to head back inside
Okay.
to the spark. I don't know if anyone else is still chilling at the doors or not, or...
Actually, if I go into the sewers there, I'm probably going to end up in the underground tunnels that connect from all the way
Zister's still
underneath
outside, and
Westmount
Sizer
High,
fell back.
Cool.
underneath
Zister then
Westmount
approaches Fuse,
Square
and they start
to
to
Outwater
talk
Metro.
Probably.
quietly.
Good.
I mean, as quietly as they can with, like, running exoskeletons.
Brom fell into a bomb shelter.
A Brom shelter.
A. Oh.
Do it.
There's more, right?
We're very
Yeah.
more.
There's a whole bottle
You've
red.
headed back inside.
Okay, so who do we have? Is this
Just
Sansa?
inside is Ramsey.
Okay.
You're headed into the sewer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's going to be a perception alertness from you.
Oh my god.
3 successes.
You don't see anybody here in the sewer itself. You hear, however, footsteps.
Brom's body isn't at the foot of the hole.
Now, I should point out that Brom isn't as big when he's just immortal. It's definitely conceivable that somebody could pick him up or drag him.
Yeah. I'm gonna start heading towards the footsteps. Making chase.
Okay.
So I want to, Suzaron, stay here. You need to protect this place. I promise I will send for you if we find her.
By your command.
We'll find her. And I want to leave and go after Patches.
There.
Patches.
All right. Patches.
Ooh, into the sewer.
You're headed through the sewers?
Mhm.
Okay.
Ooh.
You might as well just call up that antithesis roll now, by the way.
Great. That is rolling banality, right? Or something? What is it? No.
Your antithesis?
Yeah. Anyone remember?
I have it.
You have a thing.
Your Patches.
It's a trigger.
Let Scott look at it,
'Kay,
because I
cool.
need you.
Yep.
As you continue to head down into the sewers,
Glamour.
you hear Eloise's voice from around a corner. It's echoey in here. It's hard to tell. Stop.
Drop what you're carrying. It'll help you run faster. Chicken. Coward would be a better word choice, but she doesn't have any fucking charisma, so chicken it is. And she has a dot.
Get him.
You're going to let me go. You are going to let me go. And I drop what I'm carrying.
I'm gonna cover my ears. And say, if
Covering yours isn't going to protect you
from sovereign,
You
it's
know
not
this.
okay.
The command comes from the dreaming itself.
Okay. As I said, if you don't have the load to carry, you can get away faster. So do you want to increase your odds?
You hear a splash.
No, bro.
I'm headed towards the splash.
Okay, I know how to swim.
Okay. You find Brahm's body
Mhm.
half supported against like the walkway on the outside,
Oh,
Mhm.
but nothing's with him.
I listen.
You hear footsteps.
I'm gonna follow the footsteps.
Okay, so when you
that's what
get
I
down
fucking
there,
like to hear.
you find
I like it.
Brahm.
All right. I want to try to get his body out of the water.
Okay. Patches. So you are moving through. I'm going to ask you for a perception kenning roll at a difficulty of 7.
Non-success.
Okay. At one point, you hear something that sounds something along the lines of and then the footsteps disappear. You can't hear them anymore.
Coward. I yell and probably echoes through the fucking thing and echoes back towards me.
Fuck was that?
Yeah.
Alan.
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 And then few more steps. Roll me your perception.
Bro.
I'm ready to fucking dodge into the water.
Difficulty 8.
1 success.
You see, flowing in the kind of sewer area, the tips of 2 hands. So you like
Yep.
swoop in, like,
Yep.
get over here.
Get over here. I mean, it depends how far away I am from them. Like, can I reach and grab this floating body?
Just the tips of hands. There's no body attached.
Fucking gross, but okay.
Oh, it's those
I'm
hands
sorry.
I cut off before.
Yeah. I forgot I dumped those
Threw
in the
them in
sewer.
the sewer. Awkward.
That was before the campaign started.
Through some shit.
You pull, and it's, despite the fact that it's waterlogged, surprisingly light as you pull Kyoko's body out of the sewered mess.
And a shoulder, throw over my shoulder as I had before, and head back towards the stairs.
So you're turning around and coming back. So you encounter Sophia.
Who's dragging Brahm and Caliburn and Whisper and just having a hell of a time.
Which of these things are you willing to let me carry?
I give her Whisper.
I should point out that
And Brom.
the only thing you could see was her hands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, God. What are you trying to say, John?
It was under the water, man.
Yeah. So she's double dead.
Or she might not be Kyoko. It could be
Well, no,
an
you said I
illusion.
pulled someone that looked like Kyoko, yeah? As long as the person continues to act unconscious, I'm going to assume it's Kyoko.
Sure.
I mean, can I roll? I have 1 dot of medicine. Can I
You
check?
roll perception medicine.
All right, I'm gonna try.
Can I roll perception medicine?
Would I have had any reason to believe that this person had been, like, how waterlogged is the body, I guess? You mentioned that they were waterlogged, so I assumed they had been in the water for, like,
Well, it's
ages.
more like her clothes and stuff like that would weigh her down.
Okay, sorry. I thought you meant, like, long underwater body.
She's not dead yet.
Can I do CPR?
Well, she's got a heartbeat.
Okay.
She doesn't need CPR.
Oh, okay.
But it seems like she managed to pull her out of the sewage in time.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay. We have to hurry.
I'll try to help, but, like, I'm not that strong.
All
But
right.
I'm in good shape.
Sophia, you get a phone call.
Oh, God damn it.
Drop Ron back. down.
What's the number?
It's a number from the Quebec City area code.
God, I
I
swear.
fucking swear to God. Ooh, good answer.
Hello.
Good coverage.
It seems like we have a gulf between us. I don't know how I'm going to forgive Brahm for forcing everyone here where I couldn't, in fact, coordinate an appropriate assault. I want one thing made very clear. If you decide to face me on my terms, in my home, I'll drop all of you.
Don't you remember, Duchess, the last time I saw you in your home, I saved your worthless life. Goodbye. and then I want to hang up.
I had been listening to see if I could hear anything coming from elsewhere in the sewers.
As a she, I should point out that you are incapable of fucking up, hanging up on someone.
Yep.
You know, where the, like, where's the damn...
Yep.
Yeah, especially on these phones. It's so nice with flip phones. It'd just be like, done.
It's like accidentally take a selfie, like, oh.
But you look
Accidentally like
flawless,
FaceTime them, like send them an emoji. Sorry.
Did you get another phone call?
Is it the same number?
No.
Is it a burner phone?
This one is from a... it's from a Canadian area code. Or a North American area code, but you're not sure which one, because I don't imagine that you make a habit of memorizing which area code comes from.
Be surprised. She's a very classy lady. Hello.
How do these people get her fucking numbers?
Big question.
It's probably my MySpace.
Holding the sword. And holding Brahm in your other hand. We've protected you all as best we can. I can see you. As I imagine the world can see you at this time. I'm hoping that it was enough. She's coming, you know. Coming to see you. Coming to make sure you're all right.
Who is this?
I was sent. I was sent by Weir.
What does she want?
I think she's interested in introducing you to the Crystal Circle.
I'm interested in meeting the Crystal Circle.
She's a handful, but you've met her already, you know.
Come to the Spark.
It's Ramsia. Sorry, I know I didn't make that quite clear.
Oh,
she's
That's
there.
Ramsia?
Yeah.
Never mind. Don't come to the Spark. You're already there. I'll see you at the Spark. Why are you calling me? I'm right outside. What's happening?
To make sure that you knew you were safe. As best as I could arrange.
Thank you for helping. It means a lot.
Did you find your friend?
Yes.
Place a ribbon on her and return.
Like right on her bunny tail.
And
Yeah.
I think
Excellent.
we'll end the session there.
Yep. Kate is everyone right now.
That's not you, John. That's in the world, the situation.
I mean, it could be at me.
No.
I would understand.
No. Though I do believe we have a gesture that we need to decide on.
All right, so thumbs out to the
fuck.
side.
What is the question again, please?
The question is,
I'm so sorry. Okay, I'll do it too.
how are you feeling about how things are going at this point in time? Thumbs up or thumbs down? 3, 2, 1. Vote.
Yes, Kate.
For 5 of you, Hukajutsu, Spaced Out Lily, Eravana, Kung Fu Fenris, and Weirdness.
It's as well as it could have gone.
Yeah,
I was actually on the fence about voting thumbs up. It's
I
not-
mean,
it's just
look,
not, it's just
it
not
was
good for me.
It was
I'm just not happy. Not happy. That's not what I mean.
compared
You're
to how
dead.
it
I
ended
understand.
last
You're allowed to be
time.
happy.
Holy
It's
shit!
not going well for you.
Boop.
I'm rich.
Not wrong.
Not wrong.
Pass me Caliburn.
We've got
I'll just take that back, Sophia.
our play of the game
Sophia.
coming up, asking
Sophia.
what our players have learned, reflecting on the second time I've killed a PC,
The same
Same
PC.
All right.
Coming up on
Most
John's
like
Fancy Corner
He
in
gets
just a
himself
moment.
into deadly situations with low health.
That's my bad.
So
It's
yeah, that
Brom's
was-
bad.
Why didn't you go see Dr. Saley before leaving, Brom?
He's a noble
Oh,
troll with honor.
oh.
Gwydion honor
I felt
too.
pretty confident that
Red
she had
badge
given
honor.
you what she was gonna kind of give out. So I was like,
No, she said, in fact, I've got to use this all up. Otherwise, other people will use it.
Yeah.
fair.
So find people who need healing.
Well, I'm not gonna delay the start of the thing. Come on.
So hey, Scott, what'd you learn?
Spend willpower. Spend willpower.
call.
I could have spent willpower on that roll. I didn't think that.
It
that
was a
would-
really badly timed botch,
Well-
and then you also rolled no successes.
but that's
on
it, right?
so
Like it's
Yeah. Yeah.
shit
sometimes
happens,
the
but
dice
like,
will just come right out and
I have a
side-
lot, so like I
you're
could,
fucked.
you know.
Kate.
I learned how great it is to have cantrips that are chimerical.
I learned that invoking the weird is fucking sick.
That too.
And this was like the perfect time to use it.
Imbalance or no?
Yeah, the imbalance in
Today's
this case was worth it.
Play of the game. Here are your options. Brom only has 10, not more than 10, so at least there's that. Yup. Sophia is the knight who gives out favors and recovers the power of Concordia.
Ooh.
And Patches is steward of the spark and defender of the crown. Murderfurkers.
With the squirrel.
Yeah.
That's a vote 0, 1, or 2.
I
I mean, I just want to vote for Aragorn making that little.
That is fabulous.
Yeah, it's really
wonderful.
good.
Spirals?
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
Yeah,
sure.
amazing.
with the spirals too. It's so good.
While that's happening, I mean, obviously, this is not quite over, but you'll be able to spend the next session at least out of immediate danger. You're now being protected by more forces.
True.
So there's that, and hopefully we won't have to wait 2 weeks for the next one.
Oh, yeah.
So how do you? I mean, Scott, you gave a thumbs down.
I did give a thumbs down, John.
Why did you give a thumbs down?
I was honestly on the fence, actually,
But
man.
it's because you're dead. I understand.
I'm on the. Yeah. I'm like globally, we drove back a threat and we're safe. From my perspective, we didn't neutralize the threat. We lost some people, and frankly, I think Brom's gonna be pretty fucked up after this. Not to be weird about it, but like I think he's gonna be pretty mad that like he didn't do a good job.
So we have 2 people here who gave thumbs up. That would be both winners of play of the game.
Yes.
Woo!
You didn't have as much opportunity to be badass.
Well, you were fucking shanked. So.
I was so jazzed.
Is that the
about, like,
second time you've died by shankage?
It's
No.
the second time he's died.
Yes,
But
I
not
think,
by shankage.
I think Fala called down some sort of bolt of lightning. I'd have to rewatch that again.
Oh yeah, didn't
She
she
did something
punch you to death
crazy.
or something?
So that's a tie for the 2 of you. Why thumbs up?
Oh,
Well, because at the end of last session, not only were people dead, but we also didn't know where they were. So at the end of this session, they were still dead, but we found them.
yeah,
I see that as a win.
yeah. You get your map back. Get your Kyoko back.
The battle has sort of dissipated, and for me, the huge thing is that apparently the Grand Bestin isn't actually an open revolt against the crown. So for me, that's like a huge turn in a better direction. Because otherwise, I was like, "Fuck, we're gonna have to make me queen just so that I can like fix dissent between the groups." I don't fucking want that, but like that's the easiest quote unquote solution. I'm like, no,
Ugh,
don't do it.
Don't want
I
this.
wouldn't
one-
make you queen.
No, exactly. That's exactly it. Exactly. But that would me as Kate would have been like, that's the logical answer. So better situation.
It's true. Oh, that's what I said.
Same thing.
Yeah.
My answer.
You guys have a drink counter that you got to guess. There's 10 drinks out there.
Successful cantrip?
Successful cantrip works for me.
Yeah, me too. Locking it in. Casting successfully cast cantrips.
Yay!
Ooh, now I have
Or
enough to buy
experience
things.
for two of you. You'll have to content yourself with 3.
Isn't it 5
Oh,
experience?
Oh, sorry, 5 for two of you. You'll
Yeah,
have to content yourself with
boy.
4.
Guys, we're closer to my next dot in glamour than you would think.
Now, do I want scene 4? Do I want to maybe up like perception?
Oh,
Got
Kung
so
Fu
many
Fenris, you say that as if you don't know where she is already.
Ooh.
So I'm going to point out that Aragorn, after consulting with her about drink counter and stuff like that, we've pulled in an extra one. That Diclave that is resting in the Crosshair's hands. In the past, I've taken it back, and this time, I'm not.
Whoa, Bun Bun.
Bun
New
Bun.
We
Or
still.
whatever.
It is not Captain Daft's Diclave that we're giving to him. He keeps his. He hasn't been able to make it. We're frankly, I'm kind of sad that he's not here, but I'm also happy that he's doing other things.
Yeah.
Because let's face it.
We love you guys to be here with us, but we're so much happier if you've got other things to do. Like,
Or we're
you
equally
live
happy.
your lives.
Yes.
Yes.
As in,
Yes.
we, just trust us. This is not a demotion for Captain Daft.
Yeah.
It's not like you're never going to see him again. He's still totally around, but like he's had other things to do recently, so we're just pleased about that. But in the meantime, let's give some applause to Bun Bun for that.
And Aragorn, of course, as well. Our mod extraordinaire.
Which means that we will salute she who knows 10,000 things and Entropy's disciple.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Crosshair, what do you think? You know what? You don't get an opinion. That's your name.
The Crosshair. So, are we playing next week, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to be back here next week, but you might see a bit of us in the week coming up. Scott, you're still kind of on hiatus, I know, but I know
Yes.
that you've got something interesting in the works. So
I
we'll
do.
see if that'll work out.
A special event and then a return to streaming. Soon.
Scott, I also
PM.
understand that you may have picked a system for the one-shot that you're going to run.
Ooh, that's correct. I have. We need to brush up on how it's going to work, though, don't we, John?
Absolutely.
called,
We're not going to
though?
announce it just yet, but it has been decided.
Send you the link.
So that is coming real soon. The chrysalises, look, October for some reason is just a hell of a month.
Fucking crazy.
The chrysalises are most likely going to start in November. I'm still hoping to get all of them done by the end of the year. So on Monday, you're probably going to see me. I might do some more Mario Maker because that was fun last time around. Answer some of your questions and all that. I guess Thursday, you're totally not back in time, huh?
Tech week.
It's Tech Week. If you see Kate, you'll be a lucky person. But Friday,
Friday, we're continuing with Punch of War. Boy.
So many accents.
Boy.
6 p.m. on my channel.
Mr. Rich, I also need to make sure I get off on that one shot. Get it? Oh.
Oh.
Kate is still not free on Saturday for Primordia, so we're going to do another Stardew stream, possibly with Crosshair if he's free, possibly with others if they're free. We shall see.
Erwin, when is your birthday?
Yes. Aragorn.
Look, today, November 25th.
It's a Sunday.
Right, November
Lock it
25th.
in.
Lock that into your brains. I'm going to call out 2 streams today. The first stream that I'm going to call out, Pukajutsu, has been absolutely rocking it alongside other members of his community. Dio has also been doing a lot of craft streams, which are excellent to watch. I also want to throw out there, Trey Dog on his channel has been hosting D&D GM'd by Aragorn. So you guys might want to check out. So that's 3 streams actually. So you want to watch some interesting crafting. You want to watch Maple Story. You want to watch Final Fantasy 14, which even though I don't play it, is surprisingly zen to watch.
Right?
Just go watch Pukajutsu or Dio the Carney. I also know that that there's been kind of back and forth between Maple Story and also occasionally Pook's been dropping into other games. So, some Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yeah.
But Trey Dog, go and follow that channel. I think it'll be a good thing to watch. If you ever want to see Aragorn just absolutely throw down on some GMing,
Oh boy.
go and have a look there. In the meantime, we're going to be back here on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, I can't
We
wait.
just got some new art. I didn't ask for permission, so it didn't make it into the slideshow, but we got some new art from Mistrich. If you guys have art that you want to throw in, especially after the past couple of tumultuous sessions,
Oh god.
I don't know, I'd sure like to see Sophia emitting a beacon of glamour and lifting Caliber into the sky. But
I'd really like to see
the
a picture
avatar.
of just an empty crater, and the caption is two she's fighting in fairy rings.
Oh my god.
or maybe
Glorious
maybe
art?
Brom getting a point right through his chest as
Shankage.
he topples off a tank. Who knows? In the meantime, thank you, Mistress. The next time it
Heroic
will be
patches.
in there.
Heroic Sophia.
Accent are like so good, guys.
Oh my god.
In the meantime, look, next Sunday we'll be back with more. Maybe there's also some like heartwarming adventures you guys can go on at some point.
I would love to return some candy to children. If we can do that, that
Has
would make
something
me
nice
happy.
in-
Yes, we can
Almost
delve
have
into
it.
our past with our crystals.
To our fallen troll, to our beacon of hope,
Horns.
and to the last true Knocker.
Aww.
Thanks to my players. We'll be back here in 1 week.
Oh my god.
And thanks to the sub bombs that
Yo.
GPA and
Sorry.
TO and
Crazy.
all of that. Like, just thanks for everything, Aragorn,
God.
because
And
everyone just can't
thank
stop
you
holding
to
stuff.
our GM.
Oh,
Mr.
Ware's coming. Yeah,
Dunbar.
so, Aragorn,
Yeah, it's coming.
you'll be contacted. But, folks, thanks so much. Up to the right.
Bye.
See you next time.